I need to put the we are live. Welcome to tonight's review of Married at First Sight, season 12, the reunion, part 1.
Part 1.
And I am Tasha. This is
part 1.
Whoa.
Part 1.
I'm here with my host, Kasaun, and we are also joined by the loved Dr. Siobhan.
The loved? What? Y'all are real celebrities.
The breakout star of the season.
Right.
I'm just an underdog trying to make it. That's all.
Hi, Jerry. That's offensive.
Jerry!
Jerry, you don't see me sitting here?
Yeah,
well,
Jerry,
you weren't on here when I went live, so maybe it's delayed. It's probably delayed.
And she go being shady again.
Say hello. Say hello. Hit the thumbs up button. I'm about to write something in the chat. Thank you guys for joining tonight. It was foolish. Kasaun, I was telling Siobhan, I'm not in a bad mood. I just have a lot going on in life right now.
I didn't say.
I know. I feel like you thought I was like in a bad mood, but
she felt judged. Reese.
Hi, Reese.
What up, cuz?
Hey. Jerry, you're too funny.
I'm not one to assume tone, but it didn't sound. I didn't feel the same enthusiasm that you said with "Hey girls." It's like, "Hey Kasaun."
Hey Kasaun.
One Hanama, what up?
Hi, One Hanama.
Hey.
A couple minutes for some people to join in. Nice.
Veronica, what's up?
Hi, Veronica.
Get in the party. Hey. It's so good to see y'all. I look forward to this conversation right here. Like, I literally be telling people I am booked and busy on Thursdays. Don't call me. Don't bother me. I got stuff going on.
You know what's wild? I would rather you interrupt me during the show than the recap of the show. Isn't that insane? Like, yeah. You can call me on Wednesday nights. I'll watch the show over. But tonight I'm like,
don't bother me. I'm with my people.
Yes.
And it's very serious. Like, my mother will call me.
I have a conference to go to. Sorry.
My mother will call me and I'll be like, I thought we were clear about Thursdays. Did we not talk about Thursdays?
My grandmother's like, why has your conference been going on for 5 months?
Literally. So for the people that weren't here last week, we made an announcement. If you invite some friends, the person who invites the most people will get their choice of EOLC merch. So if you guys,
Veronica, no, you stabbed me in the.
If you guys invite some friends,
it's Hampton Nation.
Oh my gosh,
it's Hampton Nation.
Invite some friends, and in about 30 or so minutes, we're gonna check to see who got the most friends in here, and you will win the merch. So I have that comment pinned for the people that come in.
You do carry, Siobhan. You do carry yourself like a Howard Bison. You do.
Like a what?
You carry.
Don't get disrespectful. Don't get disrespectful.
Hi, Jamal.
I look like I bring a purse to a basketball game. I look like a Hampton girl. You already know.
I didn't say how you look. I'm not.
I carry myself like I bring a purse to the cafeteria.
Like a Howard graduate, in that you look successful. What were you saying, Tasha?
That's unfortunate because y'all only have a 13% graduation rate. So
now I didn't come prepared with statistics.
Well, you wouldn't. You went to Howard. You wouldn't.
What is going on here?
How would you?
Talking about?
How would we?
Hi, Mike.
What's up, Mike? What's up, Seven? Oh, Mike said greater than.
Mike didn't go to Hampton.
That's the repping. I apprate the repping.
His family still lives with the clan. Because his family still lives with the clan down there.
Hi, Easy. Easy, you're back. We haven't seen you in so long. Welcome back, Easy.
Easy, welcome.
Nah, I'm not gonna let them slander the Mecca.
Listen, I love Howard. It's right up the street. I love it. When y'all get a library, I will be there to help cut the ribbon. Eventually, one of these years.
You know what?
But until then,
Hampton is to HBCUs what LaToya Luckett was to Destiny's Child.
Still working?
Yeah, sure.
LaToya is the one that's still working.
Okay, then we agree. Then we agree. Hampton is LaToya Luckett, and I'm fine with that. If we agree, if we're good on that, oh wow, Tasha left. You know,
Tasha left the chat, and we only a minute in. We only 5 minutes in. We going.
I didn't know that all this contention was going to happen.
I didn't either. Just for a hat. I just came repping my.
It's not for the public square. Honestly, we shouldn't be talking about this on the air. HBCU love all day.
You see that? No, don't say. Don't do that. Don't do that. After you attack, you saw the love for the hat, and what you said out of your jealous spirit. You said, "Oh, we're not going to do that today." You came with the 13%. We ain't got to do. Oh, see now Reese. See what we came to.
Also, PWIs matter too. All colleges matter.
Well, all right.
All colleges matter.
I was with you when we said all HBCUs.
That's the argument where Siobhan and I come together like Voltron.
All colleges matter.
I mean, yeah, they do matter. All education matters.
All education matters.
All education matters, but all colleges do not.
Matter.
We support you. We support your education, but I don't think we support your college.
Is a pretty good college.
Oh, it could be Ivy League. I still don't care. If it's not, no.
Veronica,
like Voltron.
I'm not. No. You gotta hear what I'm saying. I support you.
You.
He went. Oh. If you guys didn't, you want me to? If y'all want Jerry, if you really want me to ask him, I can.
Oh, Ernest!
First of all,
Ernest went to the Institute. Probably he might have gone to Hampton Institute.
He went to Wiley College.
Wiley College. We're only 7 minutes in. Welcome.
I don't even bring it up anymore. You see, it's not me.
That's true.
Yeah, Jerry is always the first one to bring it up nowadays.
The comments are on fire.
Jerry, that's
shout out to you, Jerry, for remembering.
Hurtful.
Because the rest of us would let it. Is it hurtful, Tasha?
It's hurtful?
I feel like we're past this, Jerry.
Oh no, we're not.
I know why Ernest is so attracted. Look at that smile. Look at that glowing smile and 4K.
My cousin also went to ITT Tech.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong. Listen, we support you.
Yo,
but a part of HBCUs is arguing for your school. It's like defending your family. You just got to do it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't defend your school. I'm just saying that I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet here. I'm not gonna say anything. I got my little quality education.
Oh no. Well, I'm not belittling nobody's education.
I'm just saying.
I'm just talking a little trash about any school that's not Howard.
I understand. I'm just saying. I got my little quality education from the School of Innovation, and I'm, doing my best out here. So we are about 10 minutes.
You see how she tried to throw that little jab in?
It's not a jab. That's literally on the buildings. That wasn't a thing. Veronica. Hi, BM.
Never go this hard. BM.
You always got the drama. I don't know. I don't know.
You're always dropping the tea, BM.
Right.
I don't even know.
So let's go ahead and I feel like make sure y'all like this. Y'all like this last. People can join. Get the likes up. Like Kasaun said. Give your like spiel, Kasaun, so because I can't say it as good as you be saying it.
Like this. No. Yo, it's like wiping your feet and hanging up your coat when you get in. Just go ahead and like it so we don't have to say it no more.
Amen. Thank you so much. So last night on this episode of Married at First Sight, we're 8 months into the show, finally having a reunion. And last night they got through Virginia and Erik, Clara and Ryan, Briana and Vincent. They did a group. They got the ladies in the group to talk, and they got part 1 of Paige and Chris. I don't mind starting in order because it's the order that they went in is a pretty good order. It's fine with me. So Virginia and Erik is who we're starting with. And Virginia and Erik are still together, allegedly. They played their little montage and it was all butterflies and fairies. And when that montage changed to negative, Erik's face was like he was stuck. And he was quite embarrassed. I just want to start off by saying I was looking at their body language, especially in the beginning, and her body language was so on him, and his was not. He was very closed off to her. His leg, I studied body language for a little bit. His leg was all like against her, and that's like kind of you're kind of pushing somebody out subconsciously. And I was like, wow, this is an interesting dynamic. Did you guys notice
that? I'm curious as to how your study of body language is just coming up at the reunion.
I talked about it last week. I think, or the week before.
I don't recall this.
I want to hear more. It's fascinating.
You are breaking down body language in a way that is unfamiliar to me.
Anybody? Because you are exciting. What?
Right, Mike.
You studied body language at the school. Good point, Mike.
You said they look unhappy.
You know what they look like?
They look so happy. Veronica, you want them to be happy so bad. I don't necessarily.
Veronica be rooting for him. She's a hopeless romantic like me. I will say, when I looked at them, they look like either they just had a conversation, and maybe I'm projecting, but they look like they just had a conversation either backstage or in the car, and he was like, "If they pull any mess, I'm telling you right now, I'm done." You know, that same thing he was doing for every episode where he was like, "If I do this, I'm done. If they do this, I'm done." That's what he looked like. His body language to me was like, if they try and pull some mess
and you play
about the January 6th riots, and you tell them I was at the insurrection, it's over.
Wow.
And she was just like, no, it'll be fine.
And she was literally like, her energy was all on him. He was not touching her at all, especially in the beginning. Once they got into the conversation, it was like he kind of toned down a little bit. But in the beginning, they might have had a fight or something.
It felt like there was
he was not feeling her at all. She looked like she was trying to beg for forgiveness.
Reese is 100% on that.
Jerry, you are so shady.
Jerry.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm completely tripping. Or maybe this is just a sign of things to come, how this recap is gonna go this week. But to me, they looked, I didn't study. Now, mind you, I minored in body language, so I may not know as much, but they look cool to me. And the things that they were saying about each other, about like him watching the show and seeing he needs to back off a little bit. Like, to me, that stuff was pretty cool. Like, I thought they were all right.
Very scripted to me. It sounded like they had a meeting and they were like, if they say this is what we're going to say. If they say this is what we're going to say. Especially when you gotta hold on to your person and look at them while you're talking to make sure you're saying the right thing. They said that they're happily married. I don't believe them.
Yeah, I'm not buying that story at all.
Veronica believes them.
I kind of believe it.
I don't believe it. Virginia
it.
didn't move into his condo, and she's starting to like it. So that's a good thing. The cats are in there. He's still lying about allergies. Wait, what?
Lying?
What are you talking about?
He had a nose job?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
So there are a lot of people who have been putting out screenshots of him and his nose and saying that he has gotten a nose job. That is like a thing. I'm not saying I agree
because
with
of the cats. Is it because of cats?
No, it's is what?
It's an allergy to cats.
Okay, no.
That's a thing, right? Like if you have a deviated septum, you have to get surgery.
He's not really allergic, Siobhan. What are you talking about? No, he's
I'm really allergic. That's why I believed it.
I'm really allergic too. I'm not saying he's not allergic. Okay. Tasha, that's the one lie. That's the only lie this season that Tasha doesn't believe. But I do want to say this to you, Dr. Siobhan. What you're not going to do is have somebody pull out a rumor about a nose job, and you're gonna come out with a septic tank, whatever you call the thing in the nose. We don't need you to be a doctor on here. We need you to say regular stuff on here. We are coming here. We are reviewing a show on the Lifetime channel. We ain't got time for your doctorate.
This is not TLC. This is not Dr. Popper.
We need you to come back to undergrad.
That show
please.
Was gross.
Can you come back to undergrad? We need arithmetic, Siobhan. Please.
Got it. Thank you. I got the rules.
No. Be great. Don't settle for anyone. I'm just saying, be mindful.
Septic Jamal.
What do you call it? What do you call
deviated septum.
Yeah, it's a deviated septum. It's like you can't breathe down one or the other. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just here.
I thought, wow, BM, look at what you did. The entanglement.
So I do believe he's still lying about the allergy. Virginia said their cats were there for 3 weeks before he even faked a sneeze. Like, boy, we don't believe you. Anyway, I don't believe him.
I believe him.
So what else got them? So Virginia said that, am I freezing?
Oh, here we go.
Xfinity was over at my house today anyway. So they asked Virginia about the partying and the drinking, and she said that what I do?
Tasha, they over your house every episode.
No, they didn't come over my house. I saw the truck come to fix something because a couple of days ago when I was working, I couldn't even work. Twice, my whole internet went out. The cable went out. I tried to watch the show. I tried to watch Lifetime live yesterday to watch the show, and it was like, this channel's not available because it's not available today.
Wow. What? The disrespect.
What are you talking about?
Respectfully.
Respectfully. So I had to record it and watch it after, but I was like,
yes, Jamal, we don't believe you. You need more people. Jamal is my, first of all.
Easy. I want Fios. They won't give me the option.
Who is they?
The city. Where I live, I can only get Xfinity.
Oh.
So
you could always come on down the road, Tasha.
Oh no!
So I can spend $800,000 more dollars? No, thank you.
We're gonna die anyway. Let's just floss it.
I don't got it.
No. Oh, that's different. That would be different. Yeah, got it. Okay.
They asked Virginia Kevin asked Virginia if, about the partying and the drinking. And she said, it was never really a problem and it ain't finna be a problem. And he asked Erik how he felt about that. And Erik said, I don't feel like it was been really a problem, whatever. Y'all, they had I'm telling you, they had a conversation before this reunion. After they watched how bad she looked, and when they talked, they were like, okay, when they asked me about this drinking, you better say you didn't have no issue with it. Because I don't have a problem.
I do have to say this. This is my most overwhelming comment about this episode. I want to applaud and throw shade, mostly applaud, Kevin Frazier. He knows exactly what to say to make you look terrible and then act like he has no idea how things escalated.
Hiding his hands.
Moonwalking, Reese. Yes, Reese, you're 100%. Yeah, he's a messy man.
Yeah,
very
messy.
We're gonna talk about that later on with Paige and Chris. He was oh my God, that was making me so angry.
He'll light the fire, and then 10 minutes later he'll be like, "What's going on, everybody?
You guys calm down.
I thought we were having.
You can't be the igniter and the fuse.
Hey, he told Chris. He said, "I thought we were having a great conversation."
Like you can't be disillusioned about what just happened here. You lit the flyer. The
way he asked questions, it sounds so absolute, and then you realize once you hear it back, like, yo, you really are digging, even though you really feel like you're making me feel like you're on my side, but you're not. He said, now I have to ask. That's a great question. I love that you guys have left. Now I have to ask. Now your drinking was a problem. I was like, what? What kind of transition is this?
Yeah, he's a mastermind.
Veronica, that's great. A great question. I wasn't clear either because he said we tape these before. I think he was saying before the show is fully on TV or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what he was saying before every episode airs on TV. They tape the reunion before.
Yeah,
I think that's what he was saying, but it kind of sounded like they do it before. Anyway, I was confused too, but I think that they just don't see the end. So then Erik said that watching the season for himself was self-therapy. Watching the season back, he realized all of the terrible things he said. And I do believe that part, because when you see how foolish you be acting, you see it for yourself, you're like, wow. You're literally looking into the mirror. You're watching yourself act crazy. It's like, okay, something's actually wrong here. And hopefully that's what happened with Virginia. Also reset her skin look better, or whoever said her skin look better. Maybe she stopped drinking so much. Oh. But when you watch yourself back, you realize.
Yeah.
You realize.
I don't think he's going to change though. I hear him. That is probably very revealing.
It sounds like he changed a little, possibly, if it wasn't just a meeting they had. But
I want to see next week. Jury's still out for me. I don't buy it. Yeah, I don't buy it. I think that he is absolutely narcissistic, and he is completely controlling. He's aired for the wrong show. He should be on 90 Day Fiancé, marrying somebody from Bangkok who wants to sit at home and not make decisions.
I didn't know we was going this hard today.
Yeah, okay. He can get all the smoke. What are we 10 minutes in, 20 minutes into the show? He can get all the smoke. I don't buy Erik for one bit. I love Virginia, but her light is out.
I didn't
know. And Kevin asked her about the controlling, and he said, you know, do you feel like he's been controlling? And she was like, well, controlling isn't the word I should have used. Yes, it was.
Yes, it is.
That was the word. That was the word. That's exactly how he was being. And like I said, they definitely had their little meeting, and their PR rep told them what to say for sure.
For sure.
I didn't know.
Virginia didn't say she rarely goes out anymore. Yeah, she probably saw all that drinking, was like, okay, maybe a little too much, maybe.
But here's the problem. Let's say she's not an alcoholic. Because she's so popular from the show, anytime somebody sees her out at the bar, it's gonna be like hey y'all, here's that drunk from that show on Lifetime. Like that's her life for the next few years.
You don't think she's what?
I don't think she's a drunk like that. I think she drinks like most of my coworkers drink. I think now whether that's alcoholic or not, I don't know, but that's consistent with what I see in work culture. Like they drink regularly, especially during the pandemic where people weren't going to bars. Like they had, like our whole trash area was like filled with liquor bottles and wine bottles. And I don't know. I don't drink like that, but I don't see her drinking as like diseased. I must be the only one that feel that way. I don't see her drinking as like.
They
I don't know that I
absolutely
I think that
edited her.
Oh, you think so?
The reason why I think she has a problem, because we talked about it a couple episodes ago. The reason why I feel like she has a problem is that why just put alkies like that? The reason why I feel like she has a problem is because Dr. Pepper and them, they see more footage than we do, right? Mm-hmm. Dr. Pepper thought it was a problem enough for her to bring it up to Erik to talk to her about it.
And does Dr. Pepper give you the impression that she's a drinker though? Do you think that Dr. Pepper drinks? So she can't gauge. If you don't drink, you can't really gauge who drinks, right?
What? Yes, you
Right,
can.
like, I wouldn't let somebody who's in their 60s determine if we're drinkers or not.
Okay, but I feel like somebody who's in that field, who studies a lot of different things and actually counsels people, can probably see the patterns. But also, that's not even the rest of it. When Erik did go to her to talk about it, she shut down, which was a red flag to me, that I'm not giving this up, or I don't even want to have a conversation about giving this up, or even just not drinking during an argument. That's a problem for me. That's scary.
Okay, so you see that the non-surrenderance of drinking an issue, but when we talk about Briana giving up controlling issues, that one's not the surrender that we want to do.
Okay, alcohol is a substance that you're putting into your body, can make you act a certain way and things like that. We'll get to Briana and them, but Briana is also, she's changing. Alcohol can also be damaging to your own body. Damage to your body can actually. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't think that that's not parallel to me at all. That's not parallel to me at all.
I see parallel. I think a lot of people
that's
on this
exactly what
show,
I think, G. I think she's a functioning alcoholic.
I think a lot of people on this show have things they don't want to surrender, and for whatever Virginia has gone through in her past or whatever happened in her family, she is trying to drown it out for sure with drinking. Absolutely.
Which
but
means
I don't know. But I don't know. No, but I don't know that it's to a point where she's not able to function, right? Like, I agree with the statement that she's like functioning, right? But I don't know. I've seen people kind of phase out of that as they get older. Maybe that's just where I'm coming from. I've seen where people kind of get rid of that.
She didn't even want to give up alcohol in arguments. Let's not drink when we're arguing. And she did not want to have a conversation.
She's like, no, let's kick it into high gear. Yeah, no, I'll give that to you.
There's so much in this conversation I disagree with. I don't even know where to start.
Wherever, jump in.
So, okay. Wait, so Dr. Siobhan.
Right, this question. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Okay, I wouldn't. Okay, so let me defend that, right? So I don't have the same opinion as somebody who's like in their 60s or 70s calling somebody an alcoholic, because generally people at that age would say 1 or 2 drinks at night is too much, right? Their gauge is different. For us, we might be like, oh, Tasha had a good time when she was kissing Kel at the club, and she's not a drunkard.
Whoa!
Right?
Whoa!
I wouldn't have called.
Oh no, you got to leave your camera on. She's talking about you. This is about you. I think when it's in reference to you, you got to keep it. Whoa!
This is no shade. This is a good example.
Whoa!
This is a good example. Oh. This is a good example. I'm trying. Okay, so Dr. Pepper probably wouldn't have approved of that night, right? She probably would have said, oh, 2 or 3 glasses of wine is good enough, and anything more than that is excessive, right? Why could Jamal go turn his camera off? But I wouldn't let somebody who's 60 or 70 determine what is too much, because they will always see anything that's over like 3 or 4 glasses as too much. Just like they see music and they're like, that's too loud.
Some of the best drunks I know. Some of the best drunks I know in their
60s and 70s, literally. So many people that drink every single day are in their 60s and 70s.
The most functioning alcoholics I know.
I don't know. And those folks are not Dr. Pepper. Those folks are not Dr. Pepper.
But also, Dr. Pepper's she's a doctor that deals with this on a regular basis. She would know, and she probably.
Yeah, but Dr. Pepper was missing for like 6 months out of 8. We ain't see her until the finale.
These people were this age at a time. They didn't just turn into 60 and then they didn't drink before. These people,
I will take it on the chin. I don't let old people determine for me. I don't let the old people determine for me.
All right, so let me ask some clarifying questions.
Thank you, G. Welcome, G, to this review show. Nice to meet you. I'm glad to see you here.
So let me ask.
Oh, you off to a wrong start.
If it's your first time here, you should probably say who invited you because that's going to mean something at the end of the episode.
It's going to mean something in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you,
All right.
Reese.
So,
thank you.
So clarifying question. Do you think that Virginia was edited to look like an alcoholic?
That too. But I don't think they had to work too hard is the thing. I don't think they had to do too much editing. Reese, that's interesting you say that because we saw it literally all the time. He wanted, her friends came over and she said something and she was like, yeah, no, we're going to drink. Like she's drinking almost every scene except for like 4.
Can I ask y'all a question? I'm just curious to see what y'all think. Do you make a difference between being an alcoholic and having a drinking problem?
That's a great question. I think in a medical sense, there's probably no difference, right? If you have a drinking problem, you're alcoholic. I think culturally we joke and say people are alcoholics who drink a lot, like just to have fun, but they're probably not actual alcoholics. So they're one and the same if you're not just like joking.
So do y'all really think she has a drinking problem?
I think she has a drinking problem.
But she's not an alcoholic.
I don't.
I said she's alcoholic. I said both. She's an alcoholic.
Tasha was like,
all of the above. Problem. You don't think she has a problem, is what you're saying?
What do you think?
Is that what you're insinuating, Kasaun?
I don't know anymore. I honestly don't know anymore. Because, all right, Dr. Siobhan, if you say...
It's a slippery slope.
If you say that
if
you say that she's drinking to get away from her anxiety, that's something that I hope she can get over.
That she can get help for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But that don't mean she's alcoholic.
I don't think so. When I associate alcoholic and the seriousness, I agree with you, Tasha. I think we jokingly say that some people have drinking problems. I think that was kind of used in that context when we were talking about her. I don't think that she has a drinking problem. I think that we saw her when she was at home after work, getting a beer, getting a wine. I think that a lot of people do that. When I think of someone who is an alcoholic or has a drinking problem, I'm talking about people who drink before work, people who drink on the lunch hour, and then people who drink when they get home. Those people, I'm concerned about them being alcoholics.
We don't know that she didn't drink before work. She hates her job.
She's still gainfully employed. She's kind of gainfully employed. So I assume that they would know at work if she had.
Yo, can I ask y'all based on that?
People do that.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Drink at work.
What does she do for a living?
She's a sales associate. That's what they put under her caption. Jamal, we got to pull you out.
Yeah, Jamal, what does she do for a living?
We're right, but I think she's a sales associate. And so she has to engage with people regularly. Plus, she wasn't this like stumbling, bumbling idiot. I think what happens is she was stressed out when she got home and she probably had as much wine as Haley probably did and Clara probably did. But I think the producers maximized that time when she was holding something. And they probably whispered to Erik, like, she's got the bottle again. You're probably going to have another fight.
So
and Erik was like, you're right.
As you're saying that, excuse me, Haley and Clara do drink, right? Why did they pick Virginia to do that to?
Because
I think they maximize on some of her toxic traits, right? I think they look to pounce on everyone's traits and capitalize on that or leverage that for the show. Because everybody can agree, like, oh yeah, Virginia's drinking. Virginia's drinking.
That's what I'm talking about, Jerry. She literally said, me and my friends drink Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I know a lot of, honestly, I really wish y'all could go to bars around. I mean, like, I know tons of people who do that.
Okay.
And they have like liquor in their office. Okay, we're not going to talk no more about honesty because I don't know where this is going. Okay. I don't know where this is going. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I don't want to get nobody.
You ain't naming no names. You ain't naming no names.
I don't want no smoke. I know attorneys.
We here now.
I know people who have liquor in their office Those are the ones I'm concerned about. Those are the ones I've approached and been like, hey, it's 10 a.m. So should we be taking shots now or no? Like, let's not. I don't get the vibe that like Virginia is one of those people. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Either way, I hope she finds hope.
I also will be happy to be wrong. I don't want to think she's alcoholic. I just do. I would be thrilled to be wrong, of course. Yeah. She did say that there's people out there. Veronica lives in DC too, so she probably see it too. So
what's up, Veronica? We going out, man. Let's go outside.
You're not going nowhere.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not. I'll be right here, Veronica. But you can call me.
Yes, definitely an office job. Definitely an office job.
Yeah,
that she's late to every day. She's never on time.
Thank you, BM. But see, that too. I think that's characteristic of somebody who's 26. I don't know. Y'all weren't late to work when you were 26?
Oh, I'm late to work. I was late to work. I used to be late to work all the time.
Tasha was like,
back in my day. Back when I was Virginia's age.
It'll be a whole different conversation.
Not in my older years. I'm definitely.
Yes. When I was 26, I was booking it in the right. I was booking it in the office and like sliding past reception. Like, is he in yet? Okay, all right.
And I used to work at the front desk when I used to work. When I first started my job, and I would be late. People come and they do not see me at the front desk because I'm not there.
So the front desk is just be empty?
Yeah.
Tasha, let me hear your work voice. Let me hear your work voice.
This is the voice I use at work. No.
Oh, you don't code switch?
I'm the same.
Wow. Okay.
The people at my it's funny at my job. So I mostly work in customer service. Well, my job.
Oh, I thought I heard something different. I thought I heard something different a second ago.
What?
I thought you said I do cuss at work.
No. I don't be cussing like that.
You late and cussing?
No, absolutely not.
What?
My job is customer service based.
My job is cussing people out.
Cussing folks out. Wow.
Customer service based. And so like when so sometimes me and people on my team would have to work with our customers. And so y'all know, well, Siobhan, you know, my face, it's very hard for me to hide the emotion in my face. When somebody says something crazy, it's written all over. And I don't even notice my face changing. But I know my face has changed when I'm talking and my coworker jumps in to answer the customer's question before I can answer the customer's question. I'm like, oh, okay, I must be looking crazy because they know I was not about to answer them like that. Maybe you say stuff and I'd be like, and then my boss actually used to have to jump in too. She'd be like, okay, well, what we can do is if we do that. So I'm the same.
It takes the whole offices. They have to band together to stop cussing people out.
I don't be cussing people out.
Your boss got to come to the front desk and be like, this is what we gonna do?
No, I don't be cussing people out. I'm saying that.
Gee, that's not good. Hey, G, that's not.
You know, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard now. It's hard now. Honestly, you know, it's hard now. You gotta roll out of bed. You went to sleep late because you're at home, and you underestimate how much time you need to get ready for work, to get your mind ready for work. I get it.
Tasha, that's a different level. I ain't never heard of that.
What? Heard of what?
I ain't never heard of rage so bad your boss got to come out and intervene.
It's not rage. It's just my tone. It's my tone. And I talked about this. Remember I said last week or whatever week it was?
Tone control.
My tone. I got to work on my tone. And I'm much better now, but it's gradual. It's gradual.
I've never heard a tone so rough that a boss feels the need to intervene. That's all I'm saying.
Intervention.
I've heard a lot of bad words in my day. I've never heard
bad words.
I know, that's what I'm saying. For you not to be cussing, I need to know what this tone is that your boss thinks to themselves, I need to get out there and do something. That's without curse words, that's impressive. That's an impressive tone.
To intervene. That's unfortunate.
You see what I'm saying? Like with curse words in the tone, I'm like, okay, I get it. Without curse words, you know how much tone you need to make up for the lack of curse words for your boss to be like, uh-oh, she said darn, gotta get out there.
I'm a work in progress.
We all are, Tasha. We all are. We are all working in progress.
But the last thing about Erik and Virginia, Kevin was talking about how Erik's mom didn't like the idea of the show. And when Virginia's face, when they said they bringing out his mother, her face was like, but she came out there and she said she loved Virginia and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that the mom part, the only part that felt forced to me about the mom part was at the end, was when she was asked when it wasn't forced, but when he asked her what advice would you give them. Mm-hmm. And her answer was like, look, y'all need some help in this area. Whatever she said, something about being honest or whatever, being honest and stuff. I think that she probably does like Virginia. Virginia is a cute girl. In her, when she is her happiest, she seems super fun, super charming. She's a very cute girl. Great smile. Fun to be around, it seems. Why are you making this face?
Why are you making that face?
Because you talking about her like she's when she's done up really well, she's nice.
No, she's happy.
She has teeth.
But what I'm saying is, I think that her mom genuinely does like Virginia. I just don't think that them in the relationship is actually doing well. I don't believe it yet. I don't believe it.
I actually am closer to believing it because of yesterday. Now, Let me say this. I could have absolutely done without his mom being on the show. For what? What do we don't need to hear nothing from from the Republican National Convention. I am good. You know, you're the first parent. You're the first parent ever on the reunion show. I'm the first parent. Who cares?
We didn't need
Daughters of the Confederacy.
I do believe this reunion show should feature the first parents ever in Married at First Sight history, but it shouldn't have been his parents. It should have been either Chris' parents or Paige's mom. That's who needed to be at the reunion.
Paige has two dads. Where are her dads? Anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we will, because I want to dive into it, because Paige is Delta, and I want to know where her line since has been.
Probably.
Yeah. Can't wait for that conversation.
It was only to stretch it into 4 hours. Right. Our mom did right. Oh, wait. Yeah, Reese. We didn't need that.
This is why it's been a 9-month pregnancy with this show.
We full term.
This is why.
And listen, anything else you want to say? I just want to say this to y'all. Just love each other.
Cut. Please bring the dog out. Does the dog have anything to say? Bring the mailman. Does the mailman have any advice?
Get the cat. So where's Rocky?
Get the cat. Where's the cat? Is the doorman coming?
That was pointless.
Anyway, overall, for me, y'all, do you hear me echoing?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So overall, I feel like they feel forced to me, and I don't believe it. You think that, Kasaun, you think that they don't feel forced? And Siobhan, what do you think?
I'm neutral for them because I'm more so learning. I don't want to make judgments. I'm learning about this couple and this culture and how they do one thing behind doors and they are a duvet cover up story in front of the cameras. And so I don't have a judgment on whether or not they'll stay together or not, because I didn't know they did this. Those people.
Tasha, I don't think anybody.
Nobody can hear you, Tasha.
Tasha,
I said before you go into, because I need you to explain what you're saying, but also Asia, you're late.
Asia, welcome. Welcome, Asia.
Hi, Asia.
Here comes the weekly Asia rebuke.
3 weeks in a row. You are late.
Asia, you gotta sign on time and then just say what's up and then go do what you got to do and come back.
Yeah, just send me your login. Send me your login. I will check in for you.
I'm just
We just talked about being late.
I mean, this is her channel, but I don't think she should have been talking to you like this all season.
The thing is, I haven't been talking to her like that all season, just in the past few weeks. I don't know what's been going on. Let me know if there's something going on with you. Let me know, like, DM me. I asked you that 5 weeks ago.
Here comes part 2 of the rebuke, Act 2. And submissions over.
She said, "I'm gonna start doing that. Send me your login. I'm gonna log you in, and then
Asia. On behalf of the show, I would like to say hello. Thank you for being here. Hope your week has gone well so far.
Exactly.
How you gonna say exactly? You ain't say I missed you one time.
We missed you.
Right. Asia come in. The front desk has been empty. Asia supposed to be at the front desk. Front desk was empty.
Asia on the way. The bus was late. No, what I was just saying is I don't know if this couple.
When you say this couple in this culture, are you talking? Like, I don't understand what you mean by that.
Like white people. I don't know if in their marriages. I don't know if in their marriages they do this where they fight behind the scenes and then they come in front of cameras and they're like, no, everything's fine. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. As if we didn't see what happened when they were arguing. They've
been doing that the entire season. That's why I don't believe them now.
So, yeah. Right. And so I guess that's why I'm like, I'm indifferent, because I don't know. I can't tell if that is healthy or normal, or I don't know what that is.
It's unhealthy when you gotta lie to the therapist. The people that are there to help you, you don't want to be truthful with them. That's a problem. I don't think I'm with Ryan on the let's keep what we got going on. We can be private, but don't lie to people that's there to help you. That don't make sense. You can't get through your issues. What's the point?
Yeah, they lied to everybody. They was like, we're fine.
And the experts are there, like, y'all know we watch the footage, right? You don't gotta lie to us.
Y'all know y'all got mics on always, right? Like, we hear y'all arguing.
I think it's because Erik wants the perfect
relationship. Yeah. And for sure.
Yeah.
So does that mean they're more likely to stay together or not stay together?
And until they can be honest, if they're being honest about their issues in private, then they can stay together. If they're not being honest about them, at least in private, then it's not going to work.
Here's what it is. They have every chance to stay together like everybody else. But if they happen to not stay together, then you'll find out how bad it really was. It's going to be one of those. If they stay together, they'll be fine. They'll go through their drama, whatever. If they don't, you'll get like something on Twitter. Like, oh yeah, she'll say everything. And then it's going to be like, what? All of this was happening all this time you stayed?
I'm kind of rooting for that then.
So I heard a little, I cannot believe we 48 minutes and talking about Erik, Virginia still. I heard that, no, you don't gotta apologize for nothing, girl. I heard that Virginia was following her and his sister-in-law. They was following each other. Remember they had the margaritas and stuff? They was friends. They was like, yeah. They was following each other on Instagram, but apparently they have since unfollowed each other. So it might be some trouble going on.
I would. That's just what I heard. I would definitely unfollow that sister-in-law. I would. I would block her. I would block her. That girl, because I feel like she told the cameras a little bit more than what she told Virginia.
I don't remember what she said.
Because in Virginia's face, she was like, let's get drinks. And then when the camera was on, she was like, I think that Virginia has some serious concerns that she needs to address. was like, wait a minute, girl, you bring the margarita mix?
I thought she mostly said that Erik needs to be her number one.
No,
and he's gonna have a problem with that.
I heard what Siobhan said too.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember.
Jamal, please, I believe you. I believe y'all. But so you're on the fence. I think that they're not fully happy. Veronica thinks that they're living life in bliss. Kasaun, you think that they're much better than you think that they're doing well.
Hashtag white love.
All right. So let's take a quick.
That's not good at all.
Let's take a quick. We know.
Veronica.
Let's take a quick break. We are 50 minutes in. I wanted to do this 30 minutes in, but we're 50 minutes in, so you had plenty of time to invite people. So if you have been invited today by a friend, can you please put in the chat what friend invited you? I also have problems, GE. Put in the chat what friend invited you so that they can win a prize. And if y'all didn't invite nobody, I guess it's just us gonna have merch, which is fine also.
Save me money.
Right. And thank you all for everybody watching. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that now. I appreciate you guys watching. Okay, Easy, you was watching before though. Does that count? I'm gonna let it count.
Yeah, I think it should count.
I'm gonna let it count. Not 757. You had to put all of that. All that didn't need to be in there.
757.
Asia.
No, Asia, don't type that.
Asia, you're doing it to yourself at this point. Don't say that.
Asia, type me first, and I'll let you know if you put it in the group joint, because at this point, you're just digging yourself in.
No, for real. Can I?
First of all, Easy, you don't get 2 votes.
Asia,
get 1 vote.
Asia, can you look at me, please? Look at me, Asia.
Yeah, you're talking Asia by yourself.
Yeah, please. Zoom in. Look, it's just you two.
Please, Asia, please send Tasha an Instagram message. Please. She talks about it every day. She loves you.
Every day.
Please. If you don't do it for you or do it for Tasha, do it for me.
Do it for the children.
For us. Just literally, as we're sitting here right now, just send a message. Hey, girl, what up? Cash rules everything around me. I don't care what you say. Just say something, please. Thank you, Asia. Thank you.
Okay, Reese. If that y'all could just be saying, go to this, click this link, and write my name in the comments. That's not the same. No. No. I can't. I love y'all. I love you, but I can't do that.
That was so much fun.
So right now, Mike Hoggart is the winner, and I wish I had sound effects. I don't have any sound effects. But Mike, you won it. Mike, Jamal, what? No. Why are you giving
Asia?
What is wrong with y'all? Okay, Mike got it. Mike, who I feel like is not watching right now, will win the merch.
Wait, Reese be sending people our way on the replays. That gotta stand for something.
Reese, how many people you be invited to the replay?
That's still views.
That is views. That's a good runner-up.
Okay, so then that has to count for everybody. It can't just be Reese.
Oh, is anybody else doing it?
I know people who watch the replays, weekly, but I feel like that's like an easy way to cheat. How many people sent you, Asia? You come late. You forget the assignments.
Asia, whoever sent you, just DM it to Tasha right now. Tell her in her DMs. Don't tell us.
I agree. Her. Reese been here faithful.
Yeah.
So I agree. I agree with you, Easy. Reese, I got your Instagram. Jamal, you came on your own, which I appreciate from the beginning. You've been here from the beginning, Jamal, and I so much appreciate that. Everybody I can remember from the beginning, I'm gonna send y'all something. It ain't gonna be a merch, but it's gonna be merch. I'm gonna send y'all something too, okay? Jamal, Reese, Asia, you want thin ice? What are you counting, Kasaun?
I'm not counting anything. I'm just I guess maybe when I go into the cart, once I go to get my merch, I hope that the website gives some sort of separation between what is merch and what is merch. I hope the website makes it clear, so I'm
not. Mike, I know you're not watching because he would have said something by now.
Oh, here it goes. I knew somebody was gonna say it. I knew somebody was gonna say it.
I'll text Mike later, and I'll tell him to text you, Siobhan, which merch he want.
Well,
he said he want. First of all, he said he want the jumpsuit.
Wait, is he on here?
He was on here earlier. He probably went to go do stuff. You know how he told him to check in and then go about your business? That's what he did.
Oh no.
Oh, here you go. That's because you're not on time. Go all the way to the end and be live, Mike.
There you go. Pastor Tasha still rebuking people in this church.
Look, okay, we about an hour in and we got so much more to talk about.
Are you muted, Siobhan? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, she's muted.
Y'all, why y'all muting yourselves today? What's going on?
Do it.
Not an ornament.
AirPods send us a new set because I ain't do it on. He wants the pre-diabetic merch, most expensive.
We'll ask. When he catches up, he'll
pre-diabetic.
That's why you can't put blank checks on prizes. You got to be careful.
So let's get back into this before we on here for 4 hours because I can't be on here for 4 hours. I can't. I love it. Demon time, Siobhan, Dr. Siobhan turns into a whole other person.
That's so bad.
I can't.
Those episodes were different.
Yeah, they hit different.
It's already 9:00. I can't. So let's go to the next couple, which was Clara and Ryan. And matter of fact, because I'm feeling real generous before I say this, I'm going to give y'all another opportunity next week. Mike won this week. Next week is reunion part 2. This is going to be the last chance you got. I'm going to give you another opportunity next week to invite some people on the live. And see how many people you invite, and we'll give a second person.
My early prediction is that Reese is going to take it. That's my early.
Nah, my money is on Asia. She going to be there early.
Asia is
and she going to bring somebody.
Look at her. She's reprobate. That's the problem. She wants LOEC merch.
Asia, you just can't stay out your own way. Asia, you got to.
She got a reprobate mind.
Asia, have you sent that DM yet?
She been late and she got a reprobate mind.
Have you sent that DM yet, Asia? Because
I ain't checking till we done.
No, I need to know. All right, at the end, I need you to check your DM and show it live.
Let me check now.
Add it to your calendar.
G, thanks for
the show. The DM. What's going on?
G, thanks for subscribing. I'm so happy you're here and you found us on the YouTube search. Is this okay? 3 requests. Asia, she said Ernest sent me.
Oh,
I can't.
Now we know.
All right.
Asia.
Thank you so much, Asia, for sending me this DM. And we're gonna get you on one of these episodes in the next 5 weeks. Okay.
I feel like the time it's taking you to DM Tasha is the exact time it took for this dude to tell her that he loved her. It's the exact same amount of time.
That's a segue. Now that's a segue. That's a seg. Well done.
What? That was great.
I do it for y'all.
Beautiful.
That was perfect. Literally.
I do it for y'all.
Golden State.
To God be all the glory. To God be all the glory.
Right.
Amazing.
None of me. Amazing. None of me.
Wow.
So Clara and Ryan. can we just briefly talk about this villain stash that Ryan has adopted since the show ended? How do you feel about this villain stash?
If he's not selling me coffee, what is the use? Like, everything he should be pushing, it should be artisan and should be organic and should be like amazing. Prebiotic.
Somebody said he looks like Dr. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog. And I just couldn't engage in that level.
So weird. It's so Portland, Oregon. He's like in the wrong space. But maybe they do that in Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I have something to say before we finish out Clara and Ryan all together. So remind me if I forget during the thing. Remind me if I don't say. I have something to say though. Anyway, Veronica, this is how you feel, and you love Virginia and Erik?
She's not the only one. One Hermione.
Oh, Danielle.
Am I saying
one Hannah-Mai?
Hannah-Mai. I'm sorry.
Danielle coming in strong.
Wow, the comments.
Wow, Danielle. Wow, Danielle also has been here from the beginning. I'm write that down.
Oh, Danielle, what's up? Good
Danielle,
to see
you late. Anybody could get it. Anybody. GE, if you late next week. I'm just kidding. Make sure you come back. I would love for you to come back.
I'm happy you're here. Thank you.
It was really
hit the thumbs up.
The mustache was a little distracting, but a little bit. Clara said she wasn't a fan. Okay. What Jerry say?
Jerry, that's a read.
Oh, Clara went down bad. She's turned into the white. What? You guys are delusional.
Sheesh. We're off camera again.
Okay, let's get into it.
Wow, y'all got strong feelings.
LOL at the
what up, guys?
She's talking to Danielle. Hi Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
So LOL at the Val replay when he talked about how I knew you, even though I don't know you, I knew you. I actually laughed out loud again.
All-time worst vows ever.
Gross.
It was wonderful.
Gross,
you were with me at my first uncle, cousin's, neighbor's funeral.
No. And my dog had cancer.
Y'all do not like them. This is why. Y'all ain't feel like this the whole season, did y'all? Because
this smoke.
I don't remember all of this hate.
I don't know if it's hate, but it's smoke. Wow. It's definitely smoke.
Wow, she had too many hair stitches in, and she looked like she was going along with what he said. Wow,
y'all got real feelings around these people. I am
shocked. I am shocked.
You know,
what? Are you agree with that?
For the first time, I am going to turn my camera off for the chat.
Yeah, y'all. One hand of my, you never liked them. Danielle, you feel like that the whole time. You ain't saying nothing the whole time. I don't remember you saying nothing bad about them like that.
I'm not mad though. Wow. I'm not mad. I want all the smoke. I want to hear this.
That's crazy because I really enjoyed their interview. I did. I won't say I really enjoyed it. I did enjoy it though. I'm not gonna overly say I enjoyed it. The reunion changed your mind about them. Wow, she's literally a shell of the person she used to be. They have had sex. They have had sex. They had sex. They did. I was confused. I was confused about it in their interview when the ladies talked. She said they did.
I didn't hear that part.
She did.
Yeah, I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But in their part, I was like still confused. But when they talked, the girls got together, she said it. So
they played that whole like I don't know, have we?
I forgot. Oh, what?
Possibly.
This I can understand. I want him to open it from them. Yeah, that part I understand
for sure.
So they said that they're waiting on kids. So they said Kevin asked them about the kids growing up in the religion? Are they going to raise them Christian and all this stuff? And Clara said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We don't plan on having kids no time soon. Maybe 5 years down the road. It sounds like by the end of the interview, if at all, they don't know if they want to have kids at all. And Ryan fully agreed with that. And I felt like Ryan really wanted to evangelize to her first before he wanted to bring in kids in the world with her and try to raise them. Because he's like, okay, I need to get you saved before I got to work on children. That's what it sounded like to me. Why are you making this face, Kasaun?
Wow, Jerry. Okay.
I did not expect this level of dislike.
Me neither. I am shocked. Shocked.
Yeah, this is a lot. It's a lot.
This is a lot to digest, y'all.
Everybody's literally going in one direction. That is, I feel blindsided.
I'm completely blindsided.
The three of us be outside of what we're usually at least somebody.
I won't say the three of us. I won't say the three of us now.
Siobhan, you be.
But I'm
hard against. No, you be fighting us. When you in the chat, you be fighting us.
Oh yeah, because the only people I fight against are Virginia. Yeah. Virginia, I ride for Virginia because I think she's young, and I think she's judged. Yes, I think she's judged. And then I ride hard for Vincente. Those are the only two.
We know you ride hard for Vincente.
Those are the only two.
If you ride for people who are judged, you really need to speak up when Chris comes up.
Brianda, you're late.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Asia. Asia, I'm with you. I'm a Virginia sympathizer. That's a great way to say it. Asia, you ain't never been wrong.
You heard what I said. You heard what I heard. He got to bring her to the altar. Yeah,
I mean, they are getting remarried. Does that not mean anything to anybody?
Right. They're doing a whole vow renewal. Y'all don't feel like they're in it to win it? Like,
no, the chat is in there with pitchforks. They are going off. Wow.
So it's funny you guys are saying.
They said she's a liar and desperate. Wow. Jeez.
Okay,
I want to hear why.
Let's talk. Okay. Dang. Jerry said there's definitely some controlling going on. She always has to look at him.
Oh, God.
I did mention that earlier in the body language talk. What? That is hilarious. What? I'm dead.
She's a wow. Wow.
Okay, so let's address this. I did say in the body language conversation how it when you gotta look and you gotta touch and all this stuff. But the reason why I don't feel like Ryan is controlling, what am I missing?
I'm looking at Brianda. She over here defending Brianda.
We're not even talking about. What are you talking about? You're late.
We're talking about Clara and Ryan. You need to get off this chat. You need to get off this chat and work on your presentation.
We're only on the
you
second
have a
couple.
presentation to work on.
We're an hour in. We're on the second couple. Y'all go get something to eat and make sure y'all join us. Don't let your sugar drop.
Shoulder. The reason why I don't feel like Erik is controlling, not Erik. I definitely feel like Erik's controlling. The reason why I don't feel like Ryan is controlling is because I have something to say about that.
You like his what? Wait, Kasaun, what did you say?
The reason why I don't like his brother anymore.
Oh, Ryan's brother. Oh, got you. Okay.
Chad.
You see the joy that emanated from her soul when she said
did.
That?
That's why I was like, what was? That's why I had to back up because I don't like him anymore. That was something that Ernest would not be happy about. That he doesn't bring that kind of smile to her face.
You know, excuse me for being a homewrecker for even bringing that up. I apologize.
I don't like Chad anymore.
Okay.
This echo makes me sound angrier than I am.
Tone issue.
Your tone made it sound like you're telling yourself.
I'm gonna need you to clock out. I'm gonna need you to clock out.
That's a Snapple Top fact.
Before I talk about Chad, I do have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that Ryan is controlling, because I more so feel like Ryan is private. I don't feel like he's controlling. I feel like Ryan is very private. Even if you look at his, so this is what I kind of want to talk about. First week, I went and explored everybody's Instagrams, because everybody's Instagram open and stuff now. So I went and explored people's Instagrams.
Oh, Miss, I don't investigate.
Yes,
don't go there. Don't go there.
I did some investigation. No, I did some investigation this week.
Let me sit up for this one. What you find?
I did some investigations this week. Ryan doesn't even post anything on social media. Like his Instagram is dry. He is a very private person. I don't feel like he's controlling. What? Brianna.
What?
First of all, Brianna.
What? Girl, send us the pictures.
First of all, it's the pictures that you took, Dr. Siobhan, not Ernest. Oh. She wrote on the picture, Ernest is a great photographer, but it was a picture that you took, Dr. Siobhan. So we can clear that up right now.
For sale now.
Yes, Asia, this week, I feel like Ryan is a very private person, and Clara is not private, which I think they had to find a medium for that. She has to respect his privacy, and he also has to give her some room, right? But it's like you can talk about you and your stuff, but when it comes to me and my stuff and our joint relationship, I'd rather that be private. And I don't feel like that's controlling. Do you know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense?
Yeah, no, you make complete sense. So here's my question. When they had the fireside chat and it was all of the couples, and Chris came out and made everybody super uncomfortable, and Ryan is white knuckling Clara's hand, did that appear controlling? Did it appear to you as though he was trying to restrain? Okay.
I didn't notice that.
We might want to revisit.
I'm not saying
there's
that
a
it
moment.
didn't happen.
Somebody in the chat probably remembers. There's a moment where he's like white knuckling her hands when the camera's on her and it's showing her asking Chris questions.
And they weren't holding hands like that before.
No, not like that. His hands are like literally white knuckling, right? So he is tightly gripping her fist, and it's apparent that he's trying to restrain her without doing so in his body language. Now, I didn't study body language at the School of Innovation at a PWI, so I could be totally off base. But it appeared as though he was trying to constrain her from getting involved,
but also
or nervous about what she was saying.
So this is his wife too, right? I don't want my wife looking crazy on. You know what I'm saying? We saw how it went last time with Chris and my wife in this thing. I don't want my wife looking crazy on TV. I want to protect her from looking like that. That's what
do you trust your wife to make the right decision though? No, that's what you just said.
He did say he got trust issues. That's why he said I love you in the first place. I gotta trust you first. He's been saying that.
Can we talk about the fact that they have rescheduled their wedding so they can be remarried without him ever saying I love you? They're getting married twice. Can you imagine marrying? Can you marry somebody twice and they never said I love you? And he didn't even he said it, but he ain't. He said,
he did say it.
I mean, he said it.
He didn't say I love you. He said I love my wife. He said he was Chris Rock.
Kevin Fraser. I think I love my wife.
I do love my wife. I do love my wife.
She said he had to like say it like, "Do you love her?" He said.
He didn't want to embarrass her on camera. He didn't want to say
no.
Yeah. If he would have said no, I don't love her. Oh my God.
You know why though? You know why he said it? You know why he said it? Because Kevin put him in a yes or no question.
There was no other answer. There was no other answer.
Sure.
Do you love her or not?
He could have said sure and brought the whole season together. Me personally, I kind of was looking forward to that.
That would have been perfect.
I feel like it would have been the one time where I felt like sure was apropos, but whatever. But if somebody says to a woman who you know has been waiting to hear "I love you,"
y'all do not like this man.
I know they are going in the comments.
Wow.
They are going in. Maybe he has trust issues because he's living a lie.
If you know a woman has been waiting to hear "I love you" for the last 6 months, and she still ain't heard it on the couch. He said, "Now I know love has been a really big deal. How's that going for you guys?" He goes, "Well, we're just trusting and going day by day, yada yada yada." And he goes, "Well, do you love her?" you can't be like.
But also, and clearly, I've been Team Ryan and Clara since they had their before they even
saw
met.
His brother.
No, before.
Are we gonna be real?
Before Ryan and Clara ever met, I knew that they were gonna be together. Period. I knew it from episode 0. So I am on their team. Clearly, I am. So her not needing to hear "I love you" anymore and being happy. She said that I know he loved me because he has shown it with all of his actions, which is what he said he wanted to happen before he said "I love you." He said he wanted to show that he loves her through all the things that he does for her before he even ever said it. So the fact that she already felt that way proves what he was saying.
Tasha, here's my problem with that. I think that is some trash.
We do malarkey.
That is poppycock. I don't know of any woman.
I agree, Veronica.
I don't know of any woman that would feel content with the knowledge that he's showing that he loves her and just never saying it.
He would have said it eventually. Like I said, I think that he would have said it
eventually.
Definitely.
That's funny.
Sure.
I feel like he would have said it at the second wedding. I feel like he would have said at the second wedding. Brianda, you could fall in love with somebody in a month, in a week, too. It's easy. Wait.
Yeah. Before you highlight your answer to her question, I'm curious. I'm curious what the president of the what is it? The LOEC?
Yes, LOEC.
Brianda, how long does it take for you to love somebody?
Yeah.
Let's just ask an open-ended question.
Let's dive in. Yeah. What is LOEC's?
Yeah, what's the legs open, eyes closed conference? What are they teaching about?
Jesus.
Love timelines.
Why you figure out that that's controlling because she needed to hear it and see it. Okay, guys.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I'm not gonna fight y'all. Y'all are really anti-Ryan and Clara right now. I feel like they have a solid relationship, honestly. And they talked about it. As much as they didn't like on camera, and I already felt like this, they said they talked a lot, and I feel like they did talk a lot. Clara's a talker. She ain't gonna be with somebody all day and every day not talking. She's a talker. And they said they talked about a lot. They did a lot of they knew a lot about each other. I feel like they have a solid foundation for their relationship. I really do.
Siobhan
and he does. I don't know what Siobhan is doing.
Siobhan
I was waiting out.
She was
waiting
like
out the LOEC.
No, she tried to act like she was offended by the comment, but she's trying to get some of them chicken nuggets down.
Absolutely, definitely eating chicken nuggets. But I feel like their relationship is very, very solid, and they're like, they are. I don't know. I feel like they did the work, and both of their actions are showing that they're happy. They're happy to be married to each other. I don't know. Am I completely off base?
I don't think you're off base. I wasn't expecting the comments to be on fire like they are, but I'm here for the smoke.
What is her other needs other than needing to for him to say "I love you"?
Their relationship is based on fakery.
Oh, wow. Are they talking about? Are they saying like sexually she wasn't having her needs?
Sexually, her needs are met now. So now what?
I don't know.
Now what?
I don't know. Also,
I am really shocked by these comments.
The LOEC said they've never been in love before, so I want to make sure we address that.
Thank you for answering that question.
Brianda, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sorry, Brianda.
Brianda, she also, remember a couple weeks ago, she said she never wanted to be married and all that stuff. So
yeah, she's here for a good time, not a long time.
Right.
Yeah. I hear
so it don't take that long to love somebody. It don't take that long at all. 6 months. 6 months is
what's the earliest? What's the earliest that you've said I love you, Natasha?
I've said I love you. Well, I've never been in a relationship, so I don't be saying I love you to.
Huh?
You've never been in a relationship?
So the one relationship I've been in, I don't count it.
What?
Because I was in high school and I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend, so I was we were playing. So and also we never broke up. I'm actually in a relationship right now, actually, because we never actually broke up either. So
happy anniversary.
I'm in a relationship to this day, and that was
Ernest, if you're in the room,
that was 10 years.
Send you a batch of butter pecan in store.
I feel like we have surely talked about like 3 or 4 year relationships.
I've never had a boyfriend, like an official boyfriend, except for that boy in high school, which I wasn't allowed to have, so we were just playing.
So what you call?
Wow. So Taco Bell proposal. Okay, so Taco Bell proposal. What?
We were not together.
You had a proposal from somebody you weren't with?
From a platonic friend?
Yes. I have talked about marriage with a couple people.
No. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about talking about
I know what y'all
marriage.
are talking about.
It's what you're talking about. You got a proposal from somebody you were not dating?
Yes.
Hold on, let me get my calculator out. It's not adding up.
I don't understand.
Okay. So she got proposed to twice in the last 3 months.
In the last 3 months, no.
I'm saying since we've been on the show.
I have talked to a number of people. We never made it to actual relationship.
So all right. Now, Siobhan, this is the part where she say I asked too many questions.
No, ask your questions.
What's the longest you've ever talked to somebody?
On and off?
No.
The on is what he's talking about. The on.
What's the longest? Though we're not gonna make subgenres here. What's the longest you've ever talked to
somebody on and off for a long time?
How long?
Years.
You are a CIA agent. You won't answer no question. Years.
Siobhan, you see what I'm saying?
How many is the question?
Okay, let me think.
You had a talking anniversary? I ain't even heard of that.
Like 3 years on and off.
Happy 3 years talking? How do you celebrate a talking anniversary?
You don't. That's the problem.
So y'all didn't say I love you in the 3 years.
So yes, I did say I love you to that person, but also that person we were friends also beforehand. So I had already loved him. You know what I'm saying? Even as a friend. So
you know what we mean. Stop. Why you playing? But I'm saying
games? It's like we had already said I love you. Like you just tell your friends that you love them all the time. But then once it progressed into a thing, I didn't stop saying I love you. I still love them.
Yeah, but y'all were in platonic friends are in neutral.
But I'm saying it didn't. Our I love yous didn't like morph into like different words. I still said I loved him. I didn't stop saying it when we started talking, and then started saying it again differently. It was already a known thing that I love you.
Am I tripping? Those are two different I love yous.
But I'm saying we didn't make it a big thing. Also, Asia, don't judge me. That's judgy. That's judgy.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
There's a lot going on. She said it was on and off. She doesn't want to delve into it today.
We need Kevin Frazier to bring this down. Danielle.
Thank you. Because
situationships.
I am growing in this area to this day, and
the calculator.
One hand in my, you want to know. Okay, so let's switch gears real quick. Okay, so what happened? Let me get my so let's switch gears. Thank you.
We're on couple number 2. We're on couple number 2.
Oh my God. Okay. Let me switch gears to this that one hand might want to know.
A whole notebook.
So I, like I said, for the first time went through people's Instagram and stuff like that, right? Obviously, now I had to go find Chad's Instagram because y'all know that I really liked Chad.
Is Chad your type?
Sure. I don't have a type, but he would be.
I was going to say, okay.
He'd be in the group.
Okay, because you said sure, like it was obvious, but
I'm saying sure, like yeah, he was very attractive. Short though, because I know Ryan's short, and they're like the same height. But he works for the 85 South show. Side note. So
okay. Funny show, vulgar but funny.
Yeah, he does like the merch for them and stuff. And Chad is right. Ironic. Chad is married and he's engaged at least. He's at least engaged and has a baby on the way. So
congratulations.
Now so I don't like him anymore. I'm not attracted to married men.
Agreed.
So unless they're like completely famous and completely unattainable.
No, unless
I'm attracted to Idris Elba, but he's also married. I'm never ever going to have a chance with Idris Elba. He's just a famous person that is attractive, and I think he's attractive. But Chad is a regular person who is married and has a baby on the way. I'm not into that. Right, it just shocked me also.
Method Man.
Right. Famous person who is completely unattainable. Definitely attracted. I'm attracted to Method Man.
We are.
I didn't know he was married.
Veronica.
We are close to circling back to Siobhan's conversation about the husky celebrity.
We'll get back to that.
Veronica, get there.
Chad is Ryan's brother, his older brother. So I also found out in Ryan's bio, they from East Atlanta.
Oh,
so they're from the hood, and Ryan and Chad look like he's from East Atlanta. Ryan, on the other hand,
looks like he's from East Portland. He looked like he's from East Portland with artisanal bread and coffee.
They grew up completely different.
Now, Tasha, I am but a co-host on this show, but I have to use my voice for justice.
Oh, Edie, that's sweet. Thank you.
I do not believe it is right for Mike to get EOLC merch with these home wrecking comments he's putting in the chat.
He don't believe this in his heart. He don't believe this in his heart.
Easy, how come I can't like zoom in on nobody's picture?
Wait, what?
Is that a thing?
Easy is my Panamanian brethren.
What's up? Or I should say, como. Yeah, you can't zoom in on nobody's. You can't zoom in on nobody's picture. My teacher used to always say that, like, como, hola, como. I can't zoom in on this picture. Okay, I'm back.
I don't think that's a thing.
Sorry,
you want to talk to Easy?
No, I was just trying to zoom in. No, see,
you want me to send you his Instagram or something?
Y'all are reaching.
We've been
dragging it.
You know people in these comments be checking for you. You know people
dragging it though.
It's been a lot of comments that have been unzoomed on.
We're dragging it though. We're dragging it respectfully.
Veronica, that don't mean Ryan had to come out looking like he went to charter school and private school and
see now this is where we getting the hood shaming. I don't support.
Wait a second.
I don't support hood shaming.
Brianna, what are you talking about? I cannot wait for Brianna said her presentation will be ready June 3rd. So everybody who wants to be here for the LOEC cohort and presentation, be here on June 3rd.
But there's an intermission. Okay.
No. That's after June.
Got it.
It's like the last mixed bachelor. It's like that one Posh and the other brother has Golden and Steve, right? Like what?
So people are not allowed to be different out here?
Absolutely, they can.
They both got to come out like the yin yang twins. That's what y'all want?
Absolutely not. Chad's wife is a beautiful Ethiopian woman. And he's all about Black empowerment, which is great. Anyway, he seems like a great guy. I don't like him anymore though.
Next couple.
Wait a second.
We'll never get
the last thing I want to say about them is they talked about how they feel like they're on the right track with their marriage, and they have two great examples. Both of their parents have been married for decades of years. They set great examples for them, which I thought added to the fact that they're on the right track, but nobody else believes that. So whatever, we can move on. Okay.
Veronica turned her camera off.
You gotta do it, guys. There's nothing wrong with it. Protect your peace.
So the next couple is Briana and Vincent. Briana looked bomb. She looked amazing. I thought she looked amazing.
No,
I'm
leaving. I'm gone. No, I'm gone.
Y'all not go. What you not gonna do?
I am shocked.
What you not gonna do? Immediately, respectfully, and immediately. What you not gonna do is tell me she looked better on the reunion than she did on the finale.
She looked better on the reunion than the finale.
No, absolutely. Respectfully, no.
Veronica thinks her dress is doing too much. I liked it. I loved her hair. I liked her dress. I thought she looked amazing. What? Veronica, no. You couldn't watch her because of her dress?
I could not watch her either, Veronica.
What is going on tonight?
Respectfully. She looked better on the finale with her natural hair than she did
tonight. I mean, that night.
No, come on, Tasha.
First of all, you don't think that was her hair?
I know that wasn't her hair. She doesn't have that thickness. Absolutely not.
Y'all made Kasaun leave the entire live.
That's okay. We're going to carry it. Briana looked phenomenal at the finale.
That was her hair. I have my hair, when I straighten my hair, it is as thin as Briana's. And when I used to have my hair out and do, especially those flexi bras, that was my hair.
No, that was not her hair. I'll put money on it.
I think it was her hair.
I think that was a weave, a sew-in like she got for her wedding. And on top of that, it still was not as flattering as she looked for the finale. The finale, she looked really well put together. I mean, I wouldn't have put on
that dress on the finale. I hated it.
Right. I agree with you. I don't think the dress with like no bra was giving what she thought it would give. I don't think it gave what she thought it would give.
come back right now. We have a lot to talk about before we get to Paige and Chris. Get back on here.
He gonna join the chat. He gonna leave the show and join the chat.
Come back now.
It's official. It is now Tasha's show.
No, get back here.
Congratulations, Tasha.
No.
But I do think Vincent looked great. I think he pulled it out of the gate and he looked really, really nice.
We just have different tastes. We just have different tastes.
Well, no, some of it is fact. I guarantee that's not her hair.
I also think it's her hair, though. Her. But you don't
right,
like.
But that's not a matter of taste. That's just a matter of like us finding out.
But you say you didn't like it, though.
Yeah, it wasn't flattering on her.
I didn't think it was. We have different tastes.
Yeah. Okay, I agree on that. Okay, so there's two parts to this. There's two parts. One, there's an intersection of I didn't think it was flattering. I thought she was more flattering during the reunion. Tell us in the chat what you all thought, if she was better looking for the finale or better looking for the reunion, right? That's one. The second thing is, for fact, I will put money on that she had a weave for the reunion, which is no shade. I will also put
money on it because I think it was her hair. I also think it was that's what happens with small flexi rods. It happened to me.
That wasn't her hair. That wasn't her hair. If she had that thickness for hair, she wouldn't have gotten a sew-in for the wedding.
What is going on? Y'all are hilarious.
Okay, but go ahead.
Veronica said, "I liked him better bald." I didn't mind him. I do like him better bald. I didn't mind his hair though. I didn't mind it. Now that it was fully grown in, I didn't mind it. But earlier when it was like a little, we don't know what's going on. I was confused.
He was stressed out.
But now that it's grown in, I don't mind it. Kasaun.
Danielle, thank you. Finale was better. Thank you. Veronica, finale was better. Thank you. Finale was better.
I did not like her dress on the finale at all. It was not.
Okay, I'll give you that. But what about? Okay, so give me
the hair was cute, but I liked her hair better on the reunion.
Oh, did you like her makeup on the reunion?
I didn't like any of the Black people's makeup on the reunion. Something was
I
wrong
think somebody
there
said
with lighting or something.
Somebody said that in the chat too. It looked like the makeup was off. Definitely for Paige.
Definitely for Paige.
Definitely which is inexcusable for Atlanta.
I think the finale, I think people did their makeup at home, and I think they just showed up dressed and ready. Yeah, I think for the reunion, they had to go there, and they had the makeup artist, they messed it up on them.
Can I ask really quick, because I might have missed this in the beginning, why wasn't Kevin there in person?
What's funny is I feel like he was there in person. They were just in different rooms.
Oh. That was like super dramatic because when I tuned in, I was like, what is this?
Kasaun.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. I actually agree with you, Tasha. I'm not crazy about her dress for the finale, but I think everything neck up was like flawless. She was beautiful, like curly, flowy, like naturally her. Kasaun he just canceled us. He just canceled the show.
He in the chat talking to Jamal.
We ain't said nothing bad.
Correction. Benny's hair didn't grow back and they moved his hairline back.
Wow, Jamal.
I mean, when I say grown in from bald to fully, like he had his hair. Makeup was off for most. Virginia looked great. Virginia looked great to me.
Agreed.
Virginia looked great to me.
Can I go back for a second? I'm sorry.
You talking about Kevin not being in the room, Veronica? Yeah. They're trying to fake like they did it for the pandemic, but Atlanta's open. So
right. They've been partying. Well, I mean, Jamal will probably attest to this or not. But everything I've seen of Atlanta, they look like they're having a good time.
So Kasaun, the sewing conversation's over. Okay? The sewing conversation's over. So anyway, they living at Vicente's like he said they was gonna do.
And
he lives in Buckhead, so I don't know what she was tripping about. Okay, because Buckhead's where it's at. Kasaun, are you okay?
I'm good. Thank you.
Haley also looked great. Haley
Veronica. Yes, Haley came to slay. But she did that. Okay, but she did that for the finale too.
Yes.
And Jacob ain't give her no attention, so she was like, "Oh, for the reunion, I'm gonna pop off."
Yeah.
Haley came like ready.
Brianna, we're gonna have to pray for your reprobate mind.
Oh
God! Pray for you because look,
been open, legs open. Wow, is that the slogan?
Jamal, I just like the area. I'm not trying to start no beef. I just like the area. I like Buckhead.
Well, I mean, I think we all know what she's inferring by the same Buckhead. I think we all.
I just like the area. I've like seen all this. I've seen different sites and stuff. It was fun when I went.
How would you describe Buckhead to those who haven't been?
It's like there's a lot of shops and stuff. You might see a famous person here or there. Mm-hmm. It's a nice area.
Kasaun, I feel like you're reaching for something we're not grabbing. What are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing?
So Vincent and Briana are both, from what they say, making the compromises that matter. Briana's saying, I can't have everything my way. I realize that now. I can't have everything my way. Sometimes things won't get done. It might not get done the way I like it, but it's going to get done. And that's what really matters. I'm learning these things. Mm-hmm. It's all about growth, right? Y'all don't believe her?
I think that there were some women in her life that were like, sis, focus on what's important or risk losing him. Sure. And the dating pool right now is like trash, right? In the words of Kasaun, right? Trash. No, you use the word trash.
I used the word trash, but I didn't say the dating pool was trash.
I will amend my statement. Let's say it.
Sorry, this comment
the dating pool is light skin planted.
And y'all know I love light skin planted.
And y'all know.
So that's why I like the area.
Is that what you were hinting towards, or you were saying what's out there?
I have a lot of family in Buckhead, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
All right.
So
the dating pool is trash. You were saying, Siobhan?
It's trash. Oh yeah, it's
trash. Someone is telling you these things you're gonna have to work on, and she's working on them. She's still bad. She's still controlling.
No, Tasha, it's not that. It's that you were trying to give her the benefit of the doubt when she was still being controlling. She was not working through it at the time. She literally said, like, this is a part of who I am, and I'm not changing for nobody. That's not working through it.
But that was a defense mechanism a defense mechanism to him saying what he said about him not even wanting her. That was a defense mechanism. She didn't mean that she wasn't changing for nobody. She was just saying that because
what she meant.
Because I'm Brianna.
I was just about to say Siobhan has a great question to ask at some point, either this week or next week. And somebody already in the chat today, I wasn't going to bring this up, but somebody in reference to Tasha has already said Briana 2.0. That comment was directed at you.
You know when this came out, Tasha? This is when this came out. Because I was in the chat. The chat was saying back when Vicente didn't want to get on them horseback riding, you was like heavy offended. Like he didn't want to do what she wanted to do. He didn't want to be offended. He didn't want to be adventurous.
He didn't do that. She wanted what she wanted to do. That wasn't what I was saying. It's not what I was saying.
Well, what were you saying?
Yeah, clarify.
What I was saying was,
in
general, if you never want to try anything new, you're not going to know you're not going to enjoy nothing new.
But that's not what he said. You see why the chat was like, oh, Briana 2.0, because he didn't say he didn't want to try anything new. He said don't do these things without us coming to a consensus.
And she said, okay, she got it.
She said, okay, after she signed him up for it. If Kasaun is the kind of dude who's, hold on, if Kasaun is the type of dude that says, I'm not really the adventurous type, and you sign him up for bungee jumping, right? And you signed him up for bungee jumping, and then he has to reiterate, like, I may or may not do this, and you say, okay, I got it for next time, but y'all are already at the cliff of a mountain. It's a problem because you've box this man into a corner and you're talking about I'm working on my controlling.
Okay, so
but it's
not that Vincent don't want to do nothing adventurous, right? He took her to go indoor skydiving, which is adventurous to people. So she did assume that he would want to do the horseback riding. That's fine. But also when you're me, the person never been in a relationship, when you're in a relationship and you tell your partner things that, you know, they may need to.
This got really personal.
I'm saying what happens in a relationship.
How you throw shade on yourself?
I just want to point this out before anybody say nothing. Say something. When you're in a relationship with someone, and you tell them something that they need to work on, they might not get it right at the beginning. It might take some time for them to get it right, and that's okay. So,
Tasha, it sounds like you're talking to somebody specific through this situation.
This is why
I'm not going to lie. I wasn't going to say this, but I just have to say it. Briana and Vincent is kind of like you in a nutshell. It's like
for sure.
Vincent is like your culture, and then Briana might be your personality.
Oh my gosh!
It might.
I think you just did something. I think you just did something, Kasaun.
Hey Tosh, your new nickname your new nickname is Briante.
Briante.
I thought you were gonna say Bricente.
Telltale Briante. Briante.
New merch.
Because
listen, thank you, AJ. You understand what I'm saying?
No. Don't cherry pick. Don't cherry pick. Hold on. Go back.
What am I cherry picking?
Yo, she love picking the comments that agree with her.
What? What? They all say the same thing right here. I ain't scrolling up. They ain't talking about that.
She not scrolling up. She not scrolling up.
They talk about Linux Small scrolled up. We all talking about the same thing. So
Briante.
Listen, all I'm saying is that for her, she definitely should have talked to him about it. But here she was just trying to be like the salsa. She wanted to surprise him. Then after she said, "Oh, I told you I did it without telling you, huh?" She realized in that moment, but that's okay. You do things and you learn. You make mistakes and you learn. And after that, she ain't never gonna do that again. She realized
it took her twice. It took her twice.
The first time you don't know.
Okay, so then why the second time?
That's one. So if you do something and then after you do something, somebody tells you don't do like this is not okay with me. Then you make a mistake. Another time, that's like that happens. Like, you're not gonna get it perfectly right. And right after, just somebody tells you, it's like you got it. Like it's a patience.
I'm fine with that, Tasha. I'm just saying Briana don't hold herself to that same standard. That's all I'm saying.
But she's saying that now.
But if Vincent had done the same thing twice, like Briana did the same thing twice, she would be calling him all these names, and then they'd have to go back and apologize.
We don't know that,
and then we'd have to go back and apologize.
We don't know that because we haven't seen an example of him doing something wrong multiple times and her catching some weird. What is the evidence there?
Yeah, so the first time would be the champagne where they had their real first argument, right? And then second time,
what are we making the parallel? I don't understand.
We're making a parallel between instances where Briana makes a mistake and it's not a big deal, and instances where Vincent makes a mistake and it's an issue.
So what is the mistake Vincent made with the champagne? That's what I'm not understanding.
Okay, so Vincent made the mistake with spilling the champagne. She made the mistake of saying that's so Vincent.
So that's her mistake.
Right. But it was an issue for them. Right. And so I think that was the beginning of her saying, like, I realize he's super sensitive and I need to adjust because he's super sensitive. Right. And then the second time that came up is when they were going tick for tack about naming what an issue is for each of them. Right.
I don't see the champagne thing as a mistake that Vincent made. I don't see that thing as a mistake that Vincent made. So because
what was it?
I don't feel like you're telling me that it was. I don't see it as a mistake. I don't. That's not a parallel to me. They just had a disagreement. Both of them. He took something wrong. They both learned from each other. That doesn't feel like a mistake to me.
That sounds exactly like what a mistake is.
I just want to say that
I don't understand.
As we talk about Briana and Vincent, and now that I'm like recalling previous weeks, Tasha, I just want you to know that the more we talk about Briana and Vincent, I just want you to know, we're not talking about you, right?
Yes, I know.
I feel like
you guys are being really hard on Briana.
Who? I haven't said a word about her.
Really hard on you. Do you feel like we're being really hard on you?
No, I feel like you guys are being very hard on Briana. She literally keeps saying, I'm growing, and she does better as we go along. And you guys are like, she's still super controlling. Like, she's literally trying. I don't understand that. I know I'm talking about necessarily UK song, but matter of fact, nobody even in the comments said it. It's just Dr. Siobhan that said it. I feel like she's growing. It's only been a few months. Relationships she's not going to change overnight. She's working on it. That's what I don't understand.
I think that's my point. She expects Vincent to change, but
what does she expect him to change? That's what I don't understand.
Okay, so let me go through it. She expects him to get up early as she gets up early. That's not his schedule.
Okay.
Right? So that's one. Second, she ends up saying like, oh, he doesn't, she wanted to make sure that his hustle is the same. So she wants to make sure that like he's doing what he needs to do at work and then come home and all this other stuff. And so like there are elements that are clear that she is controlling, right? And she's not giving the
compromised.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you're giving her more benefit of the doubt than you're applying to him. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying Vincent's done anything wrong either. I'm not saying Vincent's done anything wrong. I think Briana and Vincent are doing great, but I just don't understand why people are being so hard on Briana. That's my thing. Like, I feel like she is getting better as the time goes on, but like,
I don't know that we're hard on Briana. I think we're just calling out what we see in Briana, like we do the other couples.
Weeks and weeks ago.
Every week, not just weeks and weeks ago, every week.
Okay.
Every week we see, right? And it's every week that we see from all of the couples, right? The same way we call Virginia drunkard, the same way that we call Erik whatever. I think that we call Briana controlling or bossy, whatever verb we choose for the week. I think we call it the same. It doesn't mean that she's not a good person, but I think that she picks at things that are minute as opposed to things that are significant, and especially when you contrast Paige's situation, right?
I'm not comparing anybody's relationship to anybody else's.
I do. I actually do, and the reason I do is because you do have an option for somebody to walk away and for you to be back in the single pool.
Can we address the bigger problem here?
What is the bigger problem?
You're laughing. This is serious.
Go ahead.
I think the deeper issue here. How in God's name do you turn a pantry into a closet? I don't feel like we got adequate.
He doesn't have a closet, Veronica.
I don't feel like we got quality head-on footage. All the pantries I know, they have like shelves how his 6'3" shirts hang in a pantry shelf that's built for Top Ramen and Campbell Soup. I don't understand. Can someone explain that to me?
I don't want her issues to be diminished. I just don't want her to make a big deal out of the small things and miss the bigger picture, because marriage is about sacrifice, it's about strategy, it's about compromise. And I don't know if she had a big picture about that sacrifice and compromise before she got into the marriage.
But she does now.
She does now. Totally agree. She does now. She didn't then.
Welcome back. It's been a long time since I've seen your name.
Welcome. Oh, what are y'all saying facts to? Oh, we're laughing. Okay,
no,
so the bigger issue about the closet.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
You saw his house when they went. He's a tall guy. How does a pantry fit this man's?
He probably got the
that is
matter of fact, he probably took the shelves out and did a container store setup like I did in my closet upstairs. So if you guys want to watch that video, check out my playlist, my house home playlist. I did a closet, I built a closet with a container store. So this is a small plug there. Anyway, not sponsored, not spawned.
Plug your stuff.
But if y'all watch the video, maybe they might sponsor me one day.
Right. You never know.
And like this video while you're at it. If you're just coming in.
Like this video so more people like G can see it on their YouTube recommended page and join us. All right. Yeah, the echo makes right. It makes it sound like super deep. For calling. Okay. So anyway, Vincent still courts her, which is awesome. I love that. How he still likes to do little small things for her, which is amazing. So now, big thing that was on the table, children's. Briana got baby fever now, and Vincent is like, keep them kids away from me. So there goes that, because they had Vicente's nephew for a little bit of time, and Vicente was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm good. And Briana's like, yes, a child. So they'll still be waiting, apparently, just on different sides. Dr. Vaughn likes to be okay. Fly Signs is a video coming up about diabetes.
I think because you plugged your other channel videos.
I know. So go over to Fly Science. She has a lot of great videos about different medical things and makes them fun to understand and learn.
Fly Science.
I love that.
I understand you're saving a lot of people's lives, but you promised us a presentation, so we kind of need you to figure this out.
Put the vaccine stuff to the side for a second. We're good now. CDC said we don't have to wear masks to be vaccinated. We got a little bit of time.
Love that.
LOEC.
I'm gonna watch.
The sugar.
This is a great question.
Yeah.
They must have figured out their budget issues.
I knew this Target thing was gonna come up soon. I knew it.
Target.
I knew it was coming up. I knew it. Let me just turn my camera off now. Go ahead.
No,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
One thing that I really didn't like about it, kind of made me mad about this show. Kasaun, you can come back. It made me mad that the producers did not include Vincent's boot camp into the show, which was so fun and funny and cute and like so that would have made us light up. But they put all that mess with Paige and Chris. That thing was so cute and funny. Like it was so like I loved it. I loved every second of it. And that's what y'all decided to cut and put in this foolishness.
Well, to be fair, the week after the foolishness ended, you did say this episode was missing a little something for me.
And if they would have had that boot camp in there, that would have made me smile and light up.
Yeah, ratings for sure, Veronica.
That was
I would have loved that.
Sure.
Yeah, Coach Vinny, that was so like I was literally laughing out loud. It was so cute.
It is cute. But see, okay, so this is my one thing, right? A lot of people say, "Oh, Vincent's too sensitive." You don't get those cute little moments without a sensitive dude. all this cheesecake under the couch, this proposal on finale day, this coach Vinny. This is what comes with a sensitive dude.
I think we're using sensitive in two different definitions. So
either way,
that might be what it is.
Either way, it's a one package deal, is what I'm saying. So we have to pick and choose.
You can get a guy that is in touch with his feelings, that doesn't get offended at a lot of small things, that will still do things like that.
Can you? Will you point me in his direction? Because I'd love to meet one.
I mean, they're probably too young for you. But I know men who are not all in their feelings that do nice things for women.
Because I like them between 40 and 50.
Yeah, I got my married friends, their husbands do stuff like that for them all the time, and they have a great time, and they're not overly emotional. So people do it.
I actually think Chris is the one who's over emotional.
He's also overly emotional and sensitive. I don't think it's one or the other. It's both of them. I think Vincent's doing much better though.
Both of them.
At the time they were. I think Vincent, like I think it's one of those Erik things. Like you watch yourself and you're like, okay. And even during the show, after the situation would happen, Vincent would be like, I overreacted. Look, I understand that. I get it. I'm sorry. I got stuff to work through. I get it. So like he learned quickly. Vincent learned very, like, it would literally be like the next day. He would talk to somebody like, I was tripping. Look. So I think that he's fine. And I think that they're great.
Yeah.
Are you saying your boyfriend is sensitive in his like that? Or are you saying
Asia, we want to know about your boyfriend? Yes.
So what I think from the timing of the comment, what I would assume is that she's saying he does like really nice things for her.
Yes. I want to know if she's saying because he's sensitive or not, or because are you saying he's not sensitive and he does these things, or he is sensitive and does these things? Mike, LOEC means the legs open, eyes closed. I think he's a little behind in the video again. Legs open, Mike, eyes closed. Okay. So Brianna's still learning Spanish. That's cute too. I like them. I think they're doing great, and they're still learning, but they're doing great. So yeah, he's definitely behind. Okay, Brianda. June 3rd. First of all, you guys are not constituents. You're not a part of the conference.
Right?
Okay.
You ain't even made no presentation yet.
Your boyfriend is sweet but doesn't react and get defensive like Vinny. Okay. Alrighty. I think we are done with them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. I'm glad you agree with me.
What? Mike come in 20 minutes in and out and he agreed. Invalid, respectfully. I will say this. I want Vincent to get tied into some mentorship with some men in the community. Because I really want him to be surrounded by men that can teach him. Our community.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know you meant like EOLC. I like what community are you talking about?
No. Like no.
Which community?
No, he's married, so he can.
You want him to be with the blacks?
Yeah, I want him to be around some mentors. I don't know whether it's in the church or in the neighborhood, but around some men who are married who can teach him about confidence and self-value. And he has this cloud of like this fear of failing around him. That's what it gives off. He gives off this like vibe that he's afraid to be his father. And so there's a way where you don't have to follow his footsteps. Like you can be your own man and here's how you go with your gut. So that's all.
And he said that. He said he had anxiety, and with all the cameras around, and he said I know thousands and thousands of people are watching me. So I mean, I get it. I
do too. For sure.
And so maybe off the camera, maybe he doesn't. The issue's not that glaring. So I agree. Oh, you back to speed now, Mike? Okay, so let's talk about the ladies. The ladies met. They turned into the Cheetah Girls. You know, we are sisters. We stand together. We make up one big family. But they literally was like, we are fire, water, earth, wind.
I don't know how it's happened, but
Siobhan, you're muted.
Music has slowly crept into the fabric of this show. It is at least 2 songs a week.
Do you know that song?
No.
You don't know Cheetah Girls? We're Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters. Siobhan, you are muted.
I'm actually enjoying guessing if she's singing or if she's
I was singing along. My AirPods died. No, I was singing along.
Yes,
I was going to say
we're different colors. Yes.
See, Kasaun, you see how it feels when you don't know a song? We should have even told him. We shouldn't have even told him what song it was. We should have just sang it. Like, you don't know?
Cheetah Girls?
Cheetah Girls?
One of the biggest Disney franchises. Disney Channel franchises.
You don't know? You don't know?
Remember
how that was last week?
I remember.
Last week?
Or 2 Oh no, that was a few weeks ago. But it's still fresh. It's still fresh on my heart.
It's a fresh wound. Orange soda.
Famous Mom was the lead singer. They were talking. What'd you say, Veronica? They were talking like they're bombing something new, and the first thing to happen. I was like, every season they be together. They're like, nobody knows what we've been through. Right. This is the 12th season. 12. So many people know at this point what y'all went through. A lot of people know now. Right. I don't want to be like Cinderella with the cold dusty cellar, waiting for somebody to come and set me free. Yes, Cheetah Girls was it. Cheetah Girls was it.
Yeah.
Is everything okay, Kasaun?
He's looking up the lyrics.
What is wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you feeling alone?
I feel like you're not really enjoying this episode as much as the others.
We should be inclusive. Mike just said we should be inclusive.
Yes.
It wasn't inclusive.
Yes, all the hits. Okay, listen.
2 weeks ago.
So Clara says
is that
Brian.
The Spice Girls?
Sir, we're Raven Simone.
The disrespect.
And Adrian Bailon. So Clara says that Ryan talks about sex more than her now. So she must have put it on him. And now he can't stop talking about it. That's what she said in the ladies thing.
Sheesh.
Whereas he never wanted to talk about it at all. And now he
wide open.
Right. So let's talk about Haley. Haley said, so Kevin asked the question we all wanted to know. You had sex with Jake and then y'all didn't talk no more. So what happened? What happened, sis? Was it not good? What happened? She said, look, I was trying everything. She basically said sex was my last resort to connect with this man.
On day 2.
My last resort.
How is it your last resort on day 2?
That was day 4. I remember
on day 4, how was it your last resort?
Because nothing was attracting her. She said, well, man, she's Chris. I keep trying to tell y'all she's Chris.
No, I agree.
Nothing
with that 100. I agree with that.
She said, maybe if I have sex with him, I will get attached. And it detached her. She could not answer the question. All the girls knew the answer because they had their little girl talk a zillion years ago on their little boat in Mexico. And she wasn't feeling it. It wasn't good. And it didn't work.
She said,
yikes.
it's probably best that I don't answer that. It's not gonna lead to nowhere good.
It was painful to watch that. I felt it was cringy all up in here. I felt.
But, okay, I felt like you, but then I was like, Jake will give her that smoke next week. Because he's gonna hear this backstage, and he's gonna give her that work. I
don't think they hear each other.
I think, honestly speaking, she was just drunk in Vegas.
She said we have been drinking and we married, so why not?
Yeah, I think that's what really happened. I don't think it was a last resort, as she says.
I do think it was an attempt to try to connect in some way. It may not have been the last resort, but I do think it was some kind of attempt to maybe this will work.
I think she was not attracted to him, like you said. Like, she's very much like Chris, right? So I think she wasn't attracted to Jake, and she was like, maybe the sex will be good. I don't even like. First of all, I'm not even comfortable talking about all this, but maybe she was thinking like,
you or Haley.
I'm not.
Oh, you okay?
I'm not.
Okay, no, it's fine.
But why does Kasaun go off camera when I'm not comfortable? That doesn't make any sense. But I think that they were just drunk. I think that she was like, let's do it. And then it still didn't connect for her. And so she was one and done. But Haley gives vibes like she really, really want Jacob to be feeling her. Like, she puts
because she's like, okay, she like, I mean, do something to make me like you. I'm over here looking good. Do something.
Yes, she absolutely gives those vibes.
Neither did LOEC. Exactly.
That's only one case, though.
My day was good, Jamal. Thanks for asking.
Listen, it don't even matter because Jake blocked her on everything. So he's like, "This relationship is done. I don't want to see your face."
And it does seem like he has been going hard. It does look like he's been going hard in the comments on social media as well.
What happened in the comments on social media? Because I didn't see Jake's Instagram. I mean, I didn't get to that one.
Well, what happened? People have been making comments. I mean, everything is in the previews that he's going to say to her face next week. He pretty much just saying it at length in people's comments. Listen, Jake ain't got no problem saying it. You know why? Because he's a grown man. He ain't got no problem saying it. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Exactly. I think it's tacky to have drunk sex and blame him for not being great, especially since you're still very much strangers by the early honeymoon.
Agreed. Danielle, 100%. Agreed. Yeah. But I think that that's her defense mechanism. I think that that's what she was like, I tried everything on day 4 to connect.
She did not try. Y'all bugging.
Yeah, I don't think she tried either. I'm
saying that's what she said.
But I think she wants him so bad to want her that it is her thirst is so real. Her thirst is so real.
We talking about Haley?
Yes.
Haley definitely wants it. She's like, I'm not attracted to you, but I want you to like me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How dare you not like me?
Her finale dress.
How dare you?
Out of everybody for the reunion,
she was the best looking that day.
Haley was beat to the gods. Like her makeup was fire. She looked like she drank nothing but lemon water the entire month leading up to the reunion show. You could do a zoom in, you could do a pan out.
Give me that sexy skinny straps. I love that.
I'm gonna say it again.
She had all that tight.
Haley was tired of being a bridesmaid, and that is it. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. But she's not the only one though, right? Like, instead of Married at First Sight, they could have named this show Tired of Being Single. Because there's a lot of them in this that weren't ready for marriage, but were tired of being alone.
Exactly. That's exactly why she was bothered he blocked her. Yep.
Right. Because if you really didn't care about him, you wouldn't even know that he blocked you. You have to check for somebody.
If it was your husband, you would know something.
No, you have to check for somebody to block you. Like, how else would you know that they blocked you unless you check?
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. Sometimes you just. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into the block conversation.
Is there a story? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is there a story? I'm Kasaun right now. Is there a story?
I stopped investigating. It's just not gonna
fit on that. All right. So I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about that. They what? I have nothing to say. So then they talked about needing space, and Virginia needing space from her husband. A lot of it. And then, they talked about needing space in marriage in general. Like Clara said, when she feels like she needs space, she goes to take a trip. She goes to her on her job. Mm-hmm. Briana said when she needs space, she go out with her friends, and Vincent be like, okay, bye. Based on how much space do you and your wife need? Or how often you feel like you need space? What would you write in the comments?
Everything don't make the highlights, huh?
What do you put in the comments?
Can't find
how much space do you and your wife need, or when do you feel like you need space, or how does that work for you guys?
So I look at it like this: like, we're married. That's my wife. I'm her husband. Yes. Mm-hmm. I love her with all my heart, but we're still people.
Right.
There are times where she wants to watch her shows. It's time where she want to stretch out. Sometimes it's just like, you just know. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's communicating. Like, I've had to learn how to communicate better when I need my own space. It's like, I just need to watch a game today. I need to just be to myself. I just need to chill. Want to have a good time. And then there's sometimes where we have to be intentional about having time to ourselves. We have to be intentional about connecting, because connecting ain't always just spending time. And that's why I say that. Yeah. Like, just because you spend time with a person don't mean you're connecting. Like, for me, if I'm sitting down, we watching TV, I'm good. But like, for her, it's actually like meaningful conversation. Like, she wants to talk about feelings and stuff. So the way it works is, I don't think that it is a person's responsibility to just know when you need space. Mm-hmm. I think it is. I think it is the job of both of you to create an environment where both of you can communicate what you need.
Right. So how much space do you and your wife need? Do you feel like...
But what does that mean? Like, daily?
Do you guys both work from home?
Yeah.
Okay. But you have like separate offices?
Yes.
So after work, so you don't feel like you're on top of each other all day, basically. Like, you're doing your own thing anyway. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
But so you mean like in terms of like being touchy feel, like in what way though?
No, like sometimes for the pandemic, for example, like married people were in shock because like we gotta be in the same all day every day together, and they started getting divorces. You know what I'm saying? Like some people feel like we in this space. Like, I need you out of my space. Go.
I mean
somewhere.
My office is downstairs. Her office is on the 3rd floor. So we don't really see each other like that. And we meet up at night and then sure. No, we don't.
What does Ernest need, Tasha? What does Ernest need? Does he work? He's retired, so he doesn't work from home.
What?
Ernest? Does he get on your space too much?
So I have a friend who says kind of the same thing as you can.
Okay. We just
they newly married, got a house together. Then the pandemic hit, and my friend said she is so happy to have a basement because he stay in the basement and she stay upstairs. And then they come down for dinner. They meet on the main floor for dinner. And then she was like, I'm just so happy that we moved out of my apartment before this pandemic and got this thing so that we can be away and then we can come together and then that'd be it.
Yeah.
That's funny. After 42 years of marriage, come on, 42 years?
42 years? Y'all married when y'all were one? What year did y'all marry?
We have fun together, but our home is large enough that he's in the basement. I'm in my craft room. There is no time to
love it.
Love that.
Love that.
What craft do you do? Do you sew? Is that why you're here?
I'm not buying this 42 years of marriage. Y'all get married at 5 years
less
old.
Than 42. Right.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
She's definitely recruited for the what? I'm about to say
Mike is on
it. That's the name of my organization.
Mike is on it.
Your marriage is pre-crack, and that is special.
19.
That's so sweet. Oh,
that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just communicated. To be honest, like we don't make it no big deal. Like when we first moved here, we were in a 1-bedroom apartment in downtown LA, and we still had our space. Like we just made it work. Like I feel like you just make it work. But I do want to say this: every marriage is different. It's just two different people. So for me to say what works for me is just not going. It may not be the same for everybody. It's just like understanding, communication, and all that. What do you call it? Whatever, all that stuff. But it's different. Like some people, they love being under each other 24/7.
Right.
That's just the way some people are. Or some people like to,
let me
do my own thing and come back.
I think the issue is when one person wants to be under each other all the time, and then the other person is like independent, and it's like, leave me alone, or come be with me, and then it's like you have to find out how to make it work. Yes, Mike.
I did.
Yes. Okay. So, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about with the ladies was,
we haven't even talked about Paige and Chris yet.
We about to right now. This is gonna be a segue to that. Clara said. So Kevin asked. He kind of asked why Paige kept going back, and Clara said Paige didn't keep going back. He is the one. He is the one that was saying all this stuff, and he kept manipulating her. I said, "Okay, Claire, you're right." He said, "Paige ain't keep going
not
back."
Right though.
She said he kept coming back and kept trying to pull her in, and like going back to her. Like he would leave and then come back. What she was saying, which he kind of did. He would divorce her and then be like, "Well, I mean,"
but Paige was going back.
I understand what she meant, is what I'm saying. I understood what she meant.
Wait. So you agree with what they were saying?
I understood what she was saying. It wasn't that like she just was like Chris is say there's a house, right? Say Chris is sitting in the house. It wasn't that Paige would leave and then just come back to the house and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, no. Paige was in the house. Chris kept leaving and coming back to the house saying, "Hey, what's going on?" and manipulating her into being with him again.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes two to tango, but I think, what everybody else was screaming was Paige had power.
Well, sure.
To cancel this. So that's why Clara's statement seemed crazy, because it was like.
But I think she was just trying to stick up her friends. Like, she's not just dumb, y'all. He's also a manipulator. That's what she was trying to say.
But just say, but say that, sis. Say that. Just say Chris is a manipulator.
Well, yeah, because what you're saying is the way she framed it was just different. Because she was like, "Listen, this is not about Paige. Clearly, he's done this to other women before, and they kept coming back. So, like, he does this."
Right, Reese. That's what they.
But it's like, you kind of just saying like she was helpless. He's just good at this, y'all. And Paige is just another.
I mean, y'all did say that he was good at it. You know, I was never on that train, but a lot of y'all said that he was good at it.
I mean, it did work. If we're being honest,
he's good at being a manipulator. Absolutely. But call it that. Don't say like
that's what she was saying. That was her point.
That's not it was
that's what I took from it.
Yeah, that was the underlying issue, but that's not what she said. What she could have said is it takes two to tango. Paige went back and accepted him more times than she should, and it's probably still with him, but he is a manipulator. But so here's my real question. The minute you find out a man says that he's not attracted to you, how many times are you going to still answer his call?
Now listen.
0.
If we're going to go into this, can we go into this? The most painful part of yesterday.
Yes, agreed. Already, 100%.
Easily. Like Kevin Frazier.
Embarrassed.
You did not have to do this.
No.
Why are you putting on the video of this man saying that he didn't like her face?
Agreed.
And keeping a camera on him, keeping a camera on her the whole time.
I am filing for PTSD or whatever it's called when you come back from the military and you're damaged. I'm filing for that because every time they humiliate this woman, I feel like it's an attack on the entire community. And it feels so abrasive for them to relive these scenarios and check for her reaction to these scenarios.
And the way they introed it, with it, he was like,
you probably haven't seen this.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen it. So Chris, stay right there. Chris, stay right there. Paige, I would love to hear your reaction because I don't think you've seen this yet.
You haven't seen it.
That was so their whole oh my god, their whole segment was so it was so tacky. The whole thing. He was so tacky their whole time.
Tasha, to your point, may mean that they don't see the finished cut before we see it.
Agreed.
Because that was in the season.
I guess they didn't. So I guess they didn't get past that point in the season before they did the reunion,
which was like mid-season, right? How far?
No, that was like the last five or 6 episodes. And you know, this thing had 20 episodes. So, their whole thing was very tacky. And what's funny is that I hate to say this because I know y'all hate me for it. But he was like, Kevin was like, hey, remember all these terrible things you did to Paige? And Chris was like, I don't want to talk about that. Hasn't she been through enough? And he's like, no, what do you think about it now? And he's like, I'd rather not talk about that because she's right here and I feel like I put her through enough.
Yeah.
Well, let's add some more. What do you think about when you said she was ugly? Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, but I felt like Kevin did that. I'm not a fan of Kevin because I felt like he did that with Mike and Mika in the DC season too.
I have to watch that season.
I feel like he does well, not with Mike and Mika, but with Brandon.
Yep.
With Brandon, he was looking to Mike to respond about how Mike felt about Brandon's behavior. And it's this internal conflict that you're looking for our community to have with one another. And it's like, you don't do the same thing when it's other communities, Kevin. Right? And so like, if we had a backdoor conversation, it would be like, it's interesting. You don't ask Virginia or Erik how they feel about Haley and Jacob. It's just right at the line. It's very Mitt Romney, like it's very gray.
Mitt Romney.
It's not illegal, but it's like this feels like a flag.
You think she's still on the fence?
Hey Doc, I'm not gonna lie to you. She's absolutely on. She is the fence.
No, I'm saying Kevin. Kevin does things that are like sense of like.
I get it. But he was saying a lot of the stuff I wanted to be said last night.
Really? You would have, hold on. Okay, hold on. I want to hear this. Kasaun, you would have asked in public square how Paige felt about Chris calling her unattractive. You would have asked that on public television, syndicated worldwide. You would have
while
asked
she was sitting there next
while
to
she's
him
sitting
like that.
2 centimeters
Which
from
I
the
hated.
man.
I hated that with a passion. That
You
they
would
had
have
to
done
set them
it.
in that
If you
stupid
would have done
chair.
that, I question your Howard loyalty for real, for real.
See, now you're just trying to cause trouble, and I don't appreciate it. And then you're gonna sip. Okay. So it's a reality TV show.
Sure.
And he's been saying really horrible things about her.
Sure.
Hasn't she been through enough?
And not to her.
That part, Tasha. That part.
Hasn't she been through enough?
Apparently not.
Now say it to her face. Let her know how even worse it is.
2 centimeters apart.
But hear me out. If she's been through enough, why was decision day so up in the air?
We know why.
But what I'm saying is, hasn't she been through enough?
I'm not saying
enough
I didn't
trauma to her.
I'm not saying that it wasn't wrong. I'm just saying
Danielle, I don't need nobody to tell me for another time that I'm understanding.
Did you see the way she looked in the camera?
That's not the tough love I need.
She said, he broke my spirit is broken.
I don't need nobody to tell me, and to know that on national TV you said this to 8,000 million people that I'm the worst looking girl in Atlanta. No, yeah. I don't need to see that.
Here's the thing, right? When they started off the night, he said, he said, listen, I just want everybody to know I was undeserving of a queen as wonderful as she is. And I feel like
queen, all the other queens in Atlanta. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it was good to see her go through that trauma, but it's like that's kind of how it works with the buttering up of it was a sobering moment. Not the best feeling moment, but it was the game was happening.
Wait a minute. Was it a sobering moment? Here's my question. Was it a sobering moment? Because when the argument happened and the pastor came into the picture, she was still defending Chris and still trying to help Chris.
Was she defending him or she just didn't want them to fight?
I think she was trying to diffuse the situation. But a woman who's done, again, going back to what I was saying, a woman who's done, because the brother only got to tell me, he don't even need to say one time. He could be 0.1 time not interested, and I will be so out of the picture for him. Right?
I don't think that you have to be done with a relationship to not want people to fight. Like I don't feel like you have to like.
You could absolutely
be done, but you could also not want people to fight right in front of you and be like not want that to happen. Like
I think that you could not want it to happen. But here's the thing: as a woman, I'm not going to get in between 2 men who are arguing to the point of fighting.
You shouldn't.
No,
as a woman, I'm not bringing anything else to the table to defuse.
You shouldn't. But I feel like and I agree. You shouldn't. No woman should. But I think that she has like. I don't think that she's not saying that you're heartless, but I don't think that she's heartless in that.
She did it. Not why you would have.
I don't think it's because she want to be with him. I think that she cares about. I don't think she did it because she wants to be with him.
Hello, everybody.
Absolutely.
Can we mention the fact that they both admitted they went to couples counseling?
Yeah, I was that. We started talking and went.
After
that was my first note.
Like there are a couple of other points here that add to the fact. And Kevin got straight to it. He said, "Can I ask
Danielle?
Is this the first time you guys have seen each other since decision day?" And he said, "Well, we tried to go to couples counseling. We're just trying to figure it out. We're going to leave it at that."
What the?
And they thought about moving in together after decision.
Unless, now listen, y'all don't like what Kevin did, but unless he digs, that's all you're getting out of them.
Because they weren't about to say that. And he asked multiple times, but y'all were thinking about moving in, right? And it was like they kind of breezed over the first time. He's like, no, but that was a thought, right?
Paige circled back.
And Paige was the one who spoke up and said, yes, that's true, because he wasn't going to say nothing.
He wasn't going to address it.
Kevin knew he had the big joker in his hand, so he was good with this interview. That's why he wasn't pressing. He like,
and he wasn't even in the room either. So he's like, I'm over here on the screen.
I got the big joker in the back. I got Pastor Dwight. So wherever this interview goes, I'm good. I'm going to do my numbers.
I feel so bad for Paige.
So Chris said that he's immature. He said he's immature. He doesn't deserve to be with Paige. That's what he normally says. Kevin said, "I love how good your PR person told you." I'm like, Kevin.
Kevin's a shady.
I mean, it sounds very PR-ish, of course, but okay.
That's not the truth, though.
It's the truth. I'm just saying. It was like, okay, you. That's when I knew the interview was going to go down. Aside from the previews, I saw the previews, but I was okay. This is where it starts. Okay.
Right. 100%.
Chris says that he apologized to her family. He apologized to her family. More PR talk. And he was trying not to answer a lot of the questions because he didn't want to hurt Paige's feelings right in front of her face, which I actually appreciated. Even though I wanted to know some of the answers, it's just she right here. Like it's just.
Here's all I'm saying. Here's the thing about Kevin. I'm not saying I disagree with y'all. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I do not want to see this sister go through this trauma live. All I'm saying is, Kevin, more than most reality show, reunion show host, works as a voice of the people. He says things that we say on this show all the time. He just gets straight to it. And I
would never say these things to those people's faces.
If Chris came on here, you wouldn't say this stuff?
Kasaun, do you think that he gave it to all of the couples equally? Or did he give it more to Paige and Chris?
He called Virginia drunk. He got whatchamacallit to say I love you and asked them if they had sex. We haven't seen Jake and Haley yet. And he asked Briana and Vincent about his emotions. That was the number one issues in their relationship.
I feel like they had like one or two ticks. I feel like when it got to Chris and Paige, and I'm happy to be wrong about this and to say that I'm triggered, but I feel like when they got to Chris and Paige, it was hit after hit. It was Ali.
Yes, that's how I felt. There was no space in between.
There was no space.
Have you watched the season?
Yeah.
they were Mike Tyson first. Did you watch it at all?
100%. But I do feel like he capitalized again. He capitalized on a violated area, and I think that there was nothing brought to the table by him saying, oh, Paige, you didn't see this part of the episode that hasn't aired for you guys because this is 6 weeks in and you all haven't seen it. But there's a part where Chris calls you ugly. Let's air it right now. Like there was no value from that. That was just total pettiness. And
there was no value in that. They could have replayed when he told her that he was attracted to her. They didn't have to play that part when he said there's white queens and Spanish queens and you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to do that.
But here's the thing: somebody who she's currently in. I get it. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing.
Howard University alum speaking.
But I don't think that he went harder on Chris and Paige than he went with other couples. I think that he questioned them on the level of the drama that they presented on the season. These aren't things that are propaganda or things that were said about their relationship. These are things that this man looked Pastor Cal in the face and said, all these beautiful black and white queens in Atlanta, and you couldn't find, and this is the one you bring me? And Pastor Cal looked this man in his face as earnestly, like you can, he put his pastor face on. You could see Ephesians coming through his retina. He looked at him, he goes, Chris, give me something. It can't just be
not Ephesians coming through his retina. We're not gonna speed past.
He tried so hard. He tried to give him an alley-oop, like, come on, Chris. Just say anything else.
Sure.
Like, I'm trying to help you here.
Siobhan, Jerry said we in our feelings.
Are we?
We in our feelings.
Well, I be that then. I'll be in my feelings. I feel like it was inequitable, unbalanced. I feel like they went hard on my girl Paige, and I'm embarrassed for her. I am embarrassed for Paige.
The list of people who went hard on Paige is Kevin Frazier and Chris. Chris is up here. It is it's 1 and 2 is down here. It's not close. If this was a race, Chris is the Kenyan of drama. He is laughing everybody, and there's no one close to him. This man said it. He said these things.
No, he said disgusting things.
He said them
disgusting
out loud.
Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about when this show turned into Jerry Springer.
And hold on. And he asked flat out, and this is why I said that I will say this. Bringing where we're about to go, what he did after that was out of bounds. 100% out of bounds. You are inciting
violence.
You are absolutely
when they was talking
about a riot, an insurrection, if you will.
Now, and I don't even mean it in a term that we've created for the show. You are asking for a physical interaction at that point. However,
is that pastor from Chicago?
No.
Oh, okay. I follow him on TikTok. He's
Pastor Dwight?
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good on TikTok.
So wait, before you get there, let me just say this. I do not believe that what happened before that time was that big of a deal, because when he asked direct questions where Chris could explain himself fully, I mean, I'm not walking you down the aisle, I'm not trying to make you look bad. I'm just asking you questions where you can explain yourself. I'm sorry about your baby.
But we're tired of hearing him say, I'm sorry.
But this is what Kevin said. Does she still have the car? That's an easy question to answer.
Okay, wait a minute. It was an easy question, but it turned petty when he said, does Mercedes have the Mercedes? That was a little sprinkle. You have to admit that. Was a little,
it's not. There are writers. Come on now.
Does Mercedes?
I thought he got that from me because
does Mercedes have the Mercedes?
We're not going to do that.
He ain't had to do that, but he said it.
Chris clearly bought the Mercedes for Mercedes. It was already, the joke was implied. It's not that hard of a
But he said it though. But he said it though. And that's my point. Kevin did the most when it came. He was waiting for this couple.
But here's my point. You got to hear my point. The point was he asked the question. Chris responded and said, well, blah, 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 blah. And then Kevin, the only jab he threw in that whole conversation was, "Dang, you couldn't have bought a Hyundai." That was funny. He didn't have to throw that jab in. But I'm saying, if I'm asking you flat questions.
A car is a car,
and you are finding ways to get in and out of them.
Yeah, he did say that. He literally said, "I bought Mercedes."
Yeah. Wait, P. Welch, who's the prosecutor?
I think she means me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'm fine with that.
Wait, who's on trial? If it's Kevin, then she's
the prosecutor. And who's representing
if it's Kevin, it's you.
I'm Kevin.
No, if Kevin is the person, you the prosecutor.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, P. Welch. We need clarity to understand. I get it.
I'm from the hood. I can't call the prosecutor too many times.
100% okay with being triggered. 100% okay, but being triggered. But I felt like the scales were not balanced.
Oh,
and I feel
Kevin, here's a plot twist.
Prosecutor.
Kevin is neither one of us are the prosecutor.
Kevin is
high five, Dr. Siobhan. Air five.
Got it.
We out of the clear. We out in the clear.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm with you, Asia. I'm suing as well. PTSD. I'm filing for it. I don't know if it's a hate crime by the FBI, but I'm filing. I am not.
Before we get into Jerry Springer, let me change my battery.
Oh yeah, because we be running on 2.5 hour. Okay, so everyone, now that you're here, I'll tell you about my celebrity crush while they're gone. This is going to be great. So for anybody who missed 2 weeks ago when we talked about who is my celebrity crush, and we were making the joke that I like my dudes like kind of pre-diabetic. So I had to actually go online and look at Black husky men to kind of determine who my celebrity crush is. And the closest that we could get was Michael Strahan, but he does look like he goes to the gym regularly. So I'm not really with that. And the game.
Mike, my internet is working. Don't start. Sorry, Siobhan. Okay. Don't do that.
The game is also somebody that I think I like him big. I like larger. Almost, I think Jamal had put it in there like dad. No, not like David Mann.
maybe David Banner.
Maybe David Banner. Yeah. Like, right. I see, that's where my struggle is, because they're not really husky, but if you type in Black celebrity husky, a bunch of women pop up. So like, it's difficult to even narrow the choice. So the only ones we could come up with were like, yeah, David Banner. Yeah, I'm kind of lukewarm, Mike. Sorry. Not really David Mann, though. Not David.
Who's also married.
Pre-diabetic. But I had sent Tasha a bunch of choices. I think it's Game. I think it's David Banner. I think no, Mike, I did add men to the search. Thanks. And Jamal helped. Jamal said the same thing in the chat. Jamal was like, it's a bunch of women that pop up, even though you typed in male. So welcome back, everybody.
So we settled on who?
David Banner.
We didn't say David Banner, Anthony Anderson, but younger, if that's a thing. I don't really have celebrity crushes. Celebrities are really skinny.
She don't know who Lil Rel is, which is offensive.
I just like real people.
She don't know who Kenan and Kel is. It's just a lot going on.
I do know who Kenan.
She don't know who Love or Soda. She, you know what I'm saying?
We said a couple weeks ago. We said
yes, Vincent for sure. What was that guy from last season, Tasha? That was with Karen.
Miles.
100% Miles. See, real people, not celebs. No, not Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy got a ton of issues. Trick Daddy got high blood, high cholesterol. I think he got thyroid challenges.
How do you know that?
Because he said it on the show. He said it on Love and Hip Hop.
But he loves the kids.
I don't watch that.
And he was taking like a shot, like one of the episodes. Somebody was giving him a diabetes shot, and that's too far. Yes, lupus. Yes. See, he's got a bunch of challenges.
Brianna, do you have a video about lupus? I can't remember. Brianna has, honestly, if you guys like learning random facts about science and pop culture, she has great videos for it, seriously.
Is Brianna a scientist? Because I just know her as the legs open lady.
She's a scientist.
I don't want to know her as the legs open lady.
Brianna is an actual scientist. She used to test our COVID samples. Doesn't do that anymore though. Now she's doing other stuff in science, in the science realm.
Yeah. Jamal, I'm with you. Michael looks like he gets up at 3 a.m. and he's in the gym by 6. Like, I hate that idea.
Wait, she tests your COVID sample. You just send samples to her house and she just tests them for you?
Well, she used to work at a hospital and she was a scientist and in the hospital that tested the samples.
Okay, you just said like you had I got this COVID plug.
I'm just saying she's a scientist, like a legit one.
She used to test our COVID samples, but you know what I'm saying? She big time now, so she's not doing COVID samples out the trunk no more.
Yeah,
she sounds so fun.
Molecular biologist.
I love it. She's getting her PhD. Yes. Turn it into Dr. Fly
Right
son.
now, she's a medical laboratory scientist. She loves the lab. She wants to own her own lab one day, actually.
I support that.
That's lit.
I got 5 on it.
That's lit. Let's do happy hour somewhere.
Siobhan, you're not coming.
Not really. Don't come. Invite me.
You wouldn't hang out with us?
Siobhan,
I don't go outside. I don't go outside. I'm fine. I have a wonderful view. I love my place. There was a guy on TikTok who literally was like, hey, let's go on a date. And I was like, what?
But you're coming to my birthday. You're coming to my birthday party, right?
Yeah, no, I'll come for that.
You're gonna meet Brianda, I think. Brianda,
I didn't get no birthday party invite.
You gonna fly over here? I can send it to you. You gonna fly over?
I mean, when is it?
You gonna fly over me?
That would be fun.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I have to move to New York for a while.
And then you're gonna drive 4 hours to go to my birthday party. It's gonna be on a yacht. You gonna come?
Oh, not on the yacht. So I don't do that.
We don't do what? It's dinner.
No.
No swimsuits. No swimming. It's dinner.
No.
You get dressed up nicely.
I'm not gonna be a part of your Hillsong Big Picture.
Danielle's also gonna
invite me.
Danielle's gonna be there. Veronica's gonna be there.
Veronica, I'm coming outside.
Mike's gonna be there. It's gonna be ELC conference.
It's gonna be the conference.
No, that's not.
Yes.
No, them yachts be having the LOEC. I know what that's about.
No. It's a dinner cruise.
I ain't never seen TD Jakes have no conference on no yacht.
It's a dinner.
But I have seen the Big Pimpin' video.
Tom Joyner did. Isn't he kind of a gospel? Didn't Tom Joyner have a gospel angle to his cruise?
You definitely don't get out the house much.
I don't get out the house much.
But no, it's gonna be a nice dinner. We're gonna have a nice DJ. And it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, come on, Kasaun.
All y'all vaccinated?
Yeah.
Veronica is. Danielle, I'm not. I don't know if Mike is.
What? Tasha, you're not?
No.
That changes things.
Why?
All of us are.
You know, you can't just eat plantains and get rid of COVID.
You also, vaccination doesn't get rid of it either. You just don't die.
Mike said dinner in a show.
Wait, what?
Mike
said wait, what?
The show in quotations. Y'all, we going on 3 hours and we ain't even get to.
Okay, Jerry Springer. Okay, so
it is almost 8 o'clock. I got.
I know. I cannot believe that we're at 3 hours now. Okay.
I had to pee.
This is the first time we're ever actually going over 3 hours.
I don't know if that's true, Tasha.
This is the first time. I never let it go over 3 hours before. I refuse.
Never let it go.
No, because I was like, okay, bye. We gotta go. This is the first time. Okay, so Chris, they literally show the clip of Pastor Dwight talking to Paige, and Kevin is like, Chris, how do you feel about this relationship between you and Pastor Dwight? How do you feel about him, talking to Paige, and how do you feel about everything? He's like, I didn't like it. I felt disrespected, and I'm not gonna mend with him anytime soon. There's no way I won't mend with him at all, anytime in the future, immediate future. Well, let's try it anyway. Here's Pastor Dwight. Let's see if y'all can mend your relationship. What?
I felt very upset for Chris. I was so mad. All right, let me tell you the levels of mad. I was mad to see Pastor Dwight. Then I was mad for Chris. And then I was mad that emotionally I could agree with Chris. That was out of line.
So far.
You operated this relationship with Jerry Springer tactics.
But
that's something you do on Maury. That's not something you're supposed to do on this.
But you didn't say that when he was showing the footage of Paige being ugly.
I don't see how those are the same.
Me neither.
That is totally the same.
No,
it is totally the same. It's still the same out of bounds concept.
It's not the same.
It is totally the same.
It's not. This is
unnecessary. No. Here's why it's the same. It's an unnecessary element that doesn't bring any value to the show. That's why it's the same.
I don't think having Paige and Chris sit together had any value on. I don't even think they should have been interviewed together. But if they were interviewed together, I think she deserved to watch that footage live on camera. That's what I don't think it was the nicest thing to see, but I don't disagree with the way it was done. It was dirty because you know that their relationship ended on a bad note, and you know that it just wasn't in a good place.
But you could say the same thing for his relationship with the pastor. He had already stated that he was on a bad note with the pastor, and that they had no further relationship, and that he disagreed. It's the same terms.
It's not the same.
It's a little bit of a reach to me. I see the point that you're making, but it's a little bit of a different reach to me. Because you bring in. I mean, I feel like you want me to say the thing that I'm about to say because it's going to go right into what you want me to say. So what I'm going to say is, Tasha, what do you think about this? No, go ahead, Tasha.
I think that it was unsafe for them to see how, because when he even talking about it, you can see Chris get like his blood starting to boil. Just talking about the situation. He was generally fine for the whole interview, and all of a sudden he got angry about it and very defensive. I don't think that it was responsible, like physically responsible on their part to bring that man out there at that time and act like everything was all good. I don't think it was responsible.
So here's the thing. The breakdown of their relationship with Chris being furious, like cursing, forget him, all that other stuff. It was predicated on him talking to Paige behind his back.
And
then your response to that is having him come on the show behind Chris's back again. Like you're asking, like the whole idea of the breakdown of their relationship is you going to talk to his wife behind your back without telling him. Then the next thing you do is bring him on the show without telling Chris about it. It's like, come on, man. You can't.
And he is literally like, this guy, before he came on, he said this. He was not my pastor. He was just my friend. He married you,
though. Oh, he not your pastor, but he married you, though.
But Chris said before he wasn't supposed to marry them. Something happened with the pastor, and he stepped in at the last minute because he was his friend, and he stepped in for him for the last minute. He wasn't supposed to marry them. He said that before. So it's on the show. It's been made that this guy is this big spiritual advisor, and Pastor Dwight has ran with that and continues apparently to run with it. And Chris is like, "You're not my spiritual covering. Stop acting like that. You're just my friend."
But Chris is who introduced us to Dwight.
Yes, as his friend.
Okay, so we wouldn't have even know. But don't act like he's not something to you.
He's been saying, he's like, you were my brother, you were my friend. You're not my spiritual
you put
covering.
us on. So don't now disassociate yourself because you've got a disagreement with somebody that now it's reaching. Now this guy is like overstepping. You put us on to homeboy, right? And so like own this. own it and say, I didn't agree with the way he did things. But in the same token, I had already technically divorced Paige at the time that you spoke to her. You see how I'm like, the level of disrespect is so one-sided. It's like Chris is so eager to point at the errors of other people, much like Haley, right? Like he's so quick to point at the errors of other people that he doesn't peep the errors of himself. And I agree that bringing Pastor Dwight on was disrespectful, but I equally agree that it was the same level of disrespect as airing, Paige being unattractive to Chris. Living that situation.
All right, let me say this. I think that you possibly could have changed my mind. I think I can view that as being very disrespectful towards Paige and hurtful. And if that was my daughter, I would be really mad at the Lifetime producers for doing it that way. I got you. Understood. I've changed my mind. If Lifetime is all right, here's what I have to remember. At the end of the day, no matter how much they try to represent great relationships and marriage and all that stuff, it is a TV show. It is a reality show. If they really cared about the progress and the potential and the future of these people, what they would have done is filmed a separate sit down with Chris and Pastor Dwight to reconcile their relationship and not make it as a part of this Maury, you are not the spiritual father episode that it turned into.
You are not the spiritual father. Or at least they would have put Pastor Dwight on a camera, right? Like they did with Kevin. On a camera. And been like, oh, he's in a different space, right? Like we've seen them do that before. They brought this man in the room.
Okay. So I'm so glad.
Not sexy.
I'm so glad Jerry said that. Can we address all of these women talking about Pastor Dwight like this is 90s take big? What is going on? What is wrong with you people? This man said, you're not going to disrespect me. And the comments are like, yeah, don't let them disrespect. Like, what is going on with you people? Do y'all really like Pastor Dwight like that?
He's an attractive man.
I do think he would have gave him that work, though. No, I agree with Jerry. 100%.
He's an attractive man.
Yeah, I think he would have. If he not East Atlanta, he would have definitely.
Kasaun is asking you if you think he's attractive.
Is Pastor Dwight your type?
No man with the airbrush hairline is my type.
What is that button? Thank you. Jamal, where you at? I need somebody to talk to real quick. You back at it again. Siobhan is back at Siobhan is on the loose.
You see what happens when we get too late? You see what happens when we get too late? This is why we're not supposed to be 3 hours in.
Demon time, I told y'all it's past my bedtime.
I was so close.
Mike.
This is why we cannot be on here this late.
Jesus.
I think Pastor Dwight had something to prove because he married them and he didn't want to give the impression that he had done some due diligence. His due diligence. Kasaun, please come back, cousin. Please, family. I promise I'm gonna be so good from here on out. It's only another 10 minutes of the show. It can't be much longer.
This is what I hated. Us off. I absolutely hated that. I'm like, okay, y'all went back to the same place he got his wedding suits and bought the same outfit in a different colorway for this
Tasha,
event.
Don't say it. Don't say nothing that's gonna make Kasaun like put his camera off.
This is my chat. I'll say what I'm gonna say. It was better than the last time because it was like dark up here and it was better this time for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Agreed, Jerry. I'm sorry.
What? Okay.
We said this was a safe space.
Who said that?
We said it one of the episodes. We did say it was a safe space. He said it wasn't judgment free, but it was
What? Okay. So who would have won the fight? Y'all think Pastor Dwight would have won the fight? Is that what y'all saying?
Oh, for sure. I put my money.
We're not doing this. I
put my money on Pastor Dwight. I'm
doing
this. Yes, my money is 100% Cash App, 100% on Pastor Dwight. He would have wore him out. He would have wore that little patchy beard out.
Dwight, what are your reasons?
Because he looked like he literally asked Jesus to step in and take the wheel.
Thank you, Asia. I'm glad somebody understands for me because I was confused because I feel like I've just been attacked.
Oh, Jamal. Where's Jamal? Is Jamal still up? Jamal is still up. Jamal will pull the transcripts from 2 weeks ago.
Thank you, Asia. Exactly.
Who has ever attacked you on your channel? Please.
The only guest I have on here. Y'all.
We haven't attacked you?
When I didn't know the song, I was judged.
We literally said we don't judge you. Oh, I said
you didn't judge me.
I didn't judge you that bad though.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
I mean, listen,
Jamal, I'm sorry. You know, it's just like when you see somebody, that's what you see.
Jamal, I'm just glad you're still with us. I need you to pull the transcripts from 2 weeks ago when we said this was a safe space.
That was 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Oh, Mary, don't you weep.
Can we talk about?
But y'all be the ones. The comments be the one bringing them up. I don't even know.
Siobhan, you act like you ain't mainly a part of the comments.
I do, but I be hyping the comments up.
What though?
I'm only Flavor Flav. I am not. What was the main guy in
Chuck D?
I'm not Chuck D. The comments be like, "What's Ernest doing? He ain't paying your internet bill." They be the ones bringing it up, and I just be like, "Yeah, what is he?"
I'm not Chuck D either. I mean, truth be told, Ernest is Chuck D.
Facts. Okay, he's the one text messaging, right? I mean, you're not sending it to yourself.
So
that is not. I didn't say one word about the
today it was Jerry.
Did I say anything about him today? Anybody? I haven't said a word.
You said should I text him and ask him? Whatever we were talking about back then. You said that today.
Because someone was talking about him already.
Yeah, it was Jerry.
Jerry real quiet. Jerry ain't got nothing to say during all of this.
So I've been thinking about the next season.
Wait, Tasha, who do you think would win the fight between the fight of the battle of the plaids?
I knew you were gonna do that.
That's not even that bad. Oh, okay.
Yeah, come back, Kasaun, because it ain't that bad. I think Pastor Dwight would have a win because he looked like he got like dad strength, like that grown man. You know what I'm saying? When you a dad, you got grown man strength.
Yes, I do.
Beat the brakes off.
Am I the last man that wears socks with his suits?
I don't think so. Pastor Cal wears socks with his suits.
Yeah.
Am I the last
young man?
I feel like hilarious.
That trend hit so fast. I saw it at one NFL draft, and it has not slowed down since.
No, everybody want to go sockless.
Ankles out.
Yeah, Asia, I'm with you. Pastor Dwight,
he would have been too emotional. Yeah,
he would have given him that smoke.
Yeah, but
definitely the pay-per-view event at the conference for sure last day.
What sorority is Paige in?
Paige is Delta.
Did you have?
Was there
Siobhan, you had said you had something to say about that.
Yeah, but what I said was, where were her line sisters? But Paige reminds me of a quote from my grandmother that a hard head makes a soft butt.
Oh,
my grandmother was a lady, Kasaun. Like, what are you implying?
That I've never met her. That's what I'm implying.
Christian lady.
Okay.
And she said, a hard head makes a soft butt. And Paige will get sick and tired when she's sick and tired. I thought she was sick and tired at the finale when she was at the fire pit giving him the church hug.
Some people don't get sick and tired though.
But she didn't look like she was sick and tired at a reunion. So
some people never get sick and tired.
Asia, Black Proverbs. Hilarious.
I feel like
Asia, where do you live? Because I feel like we connect.
DM her.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Asia.
If you and Asia connect,
DM.
Wait. Now, if you and Asia connect,
how come it's 202 honey?
How come you've never stood up for her during her weekly open rebuke?
Wait, I do be like, Asia, we missed you. When I was on last time, I was like, there's food on the stove.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried, but listen, I'm team Tasha all day. I'm not fighting Tasha.
Tasha don't fight because apparently she's the one being abused on this channel.
Victimhood. Yeah,
victimhood. She's just coming in here and dodging stones every week.
Barry, don't you weep.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Nobody gonna address what Briana just said.
Nobody gonna
just get right over that comment. You see? But when I say she skipped comments, she acts like she don't know what I'm talking about. Skip comments. I would never do that to my viewing public.
I skipped the comments.
Okay.
I
just want y'all to know I see you.
I ain't delete them. So y'all can go back and read them. But
you delete comments?
I don't delete them. That's what I'm saying. So they there. But I don't gotta display you for the world. You know what I'm saying?
Victim.
I mean, I feel like that was a pivotal moment in this channel's history.
What?
That was a moment.
So for next season.
Okay, got it.
What? No, listen. For next season, so the EOLC conference was this season's thing. So EOLC conference is done after this season is done. So next season is going to be something else. Just so everybody knows, like EOLC was specifically for Paige and blossom from there. Now we got to evolve. It's going to be something. We got to figure out. We got to find out who the people are next season, and then you know what I'm saying. See what they need. See what the needs are.
Guess you don't have that much time to come up with your presentation, Briana. Good luck.
She said June 3rd. June 3rd is her presentation. So, wow. Okay.
What?
She said forever. Forever, ever?
Yes, one hand in when people are late, listen. Y'all know what time we start. So I really just be playing. I just miss y'all when y'all not here.
Hey Jamal, the last episode we do before our season hiatus, we need you to come on here and give the minutes from this whole season. We just need you to break down all of the points that we may have missed.
Jamal, be available on June 24th. Okay, Jamal, be available on June 24th. Okay. Unless you really, really don't want to come on here, I'm not gonna force you. But if you do, we would love to have you on here for sure.
Poor Asia, she's so battered. Y'all done battered her. She's like,
ain't no y'all.
They'll get you.
Who is they?
We love you.
Why are y'all sweeping us in?
I'm not in that. I am not for that black trauma. I'm glad you made it. Period.
So I don't think we have anything else to say about Chris and them. We'll finish up next week when they finish up.
Do you think what Pastor Dwight said was true?
What part?
Right.
About being able to take correction?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
We all was like,
Totally.
obviously, he don't take her. My bigger question is, what is going on in Chris's background that makes him escalate so quickly? Like, what is still unresolved for him that he can go from 0 to 100 in 60 seconds? Like, what are you mad at, bro? Like, if you claim to be this huge success story, right? From homeless to 6 figures, entrepreneur, all this other stuff, what are you still mad at? Because the people that I know that are wealthy, like real wealthy, they don't let their emotions control them. So I'm concerned about your anger, because that's not indicative of somebody who is successful, happy, accomplished.
You know, a counterpoint, I agree with you, but here's a counterpoint. Paige's responses to how she was treated makes me wonder the same for her.
Oh, 100%.
Because when the season started, I would not have pegged her as somebody who would be down for that.
Me neither.
Same for Chris.
And this will be my
interesting, Mike. That's
overly whatever commercial for. I think everybody needs counseling. That's just my opinion. I think everybody needs counseling. Go talk to somebody,
facts.
Please.
Big facts.
I agree.
Please.
Yeah, big facts.
I'm married. I still go
it's
see
a
my
terrible show. It's a terrible show for marriage, because my God.
Ain't
She has
nothing wrong
two
with it.
dads.
And wasn't Paige the one who had 2 daddies? Yeah.
There's 2 dads, 2 fathers who never showed up after the wedding. 2 of them.
She seems so unloved.
It makes me so mad that she has 2 fathers and neither one of them had nothing to say.
That's a great point about Chris as well, P. Welch. I don't know.
Chris's
what
parents
did she
came across very supportive. So where were they when Chris was homeless?
Yeah,
I thought he did it for himself. You know, some people feel like I really want to get this thing done, so I'm gonna do this for me, because he moved out of the state and went somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure.
And some people lie and they be like, "No, I'm fine," and they're not all the way fine.
No, and they're living out the trunk of their car. Right? No, his mom definitely gives like sorority vibes, like she is accustomed to having tea, and like, so where were you when your son was sleeping in his car? Like, I'm confused about that.
We can't say she wasn't there. We just don't know.
Right. And that's why I'm confused. That's why I'm saying I'm confused, because either he was and he didn't share and they weren't, and he didn't ask for their help, or it was really short term. I don't know. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. And her story doesn't add up either, because it's Paige, you can't be as spiritual as you say you are and be this off base. Let me talk to you about a prayer life real quick.
You're praying to somebody.
It's supposed to be a 2-way conversation, not you just telling God what you need, but also listening to what God is saying. And I don't know how Paige felt like this was destined for her. I don't know. I'm also confused about her situation.
You know, trauma and toxic relationships never look as bad on the inside, to be honest. And I wonder about her as well. But I hope they both grow from it, to be honest with you. I really do. Because I think, it's just, I don't know, man.
I do think that Paige has a propensity to have a great marriage after this, right? Like, if she really gets introspective, if she really looks at the show, if she really says, oof, I made some missteps there, she has the potential to find a mate and be able to weed out better than where she was before the show. But unless she gets real clear and real honest, but I don't know that she or Chris love themselves enough to be in a relationship to love somebody else. Like they don't feel like 100% of either one of them yet. They still feel very 50% to me.
Okay. Sure.
Have you ever been, Tasha, have you ever been a page for somebody else? Have you ever been in a page situation? Kasaun, have you ever been in a page situation?
Tasha trying to end this episode.
She about to.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So, comment, rate, and subscribe. Comment, rate, and subscribe. All that stuff you just said. You're like, have you ever been paid? Huh? Yeah, a couple times. Thank y'all so much for coming on this week. See y'all next week. Comment, rate, and subscribe.
She already put it on her Instagram. She's like, this was wonderful. She was about to be like, this was wonderful. Thank you so much for your comment. I've been a page.
I've been Paige for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody you guys want to know the story?
Yes, we do want to hear the story. Close us out.
How am I close us out? You said you've been Paige too.
Yeah, I'm not the show. I am not the host. You are the host.
What are you saying?
Can somebody just tell a story, please, so we can go?
We're gonna be here till midnight. Oh, see, everybody's saying yes, Tasha, yes.
One person said yes. What do you mean, everybody? What? All
right, yeah. So, can we start this one? Yeah, let's start next week's episode with that. Let's do that.
That's great. Great. We'll talk about that. The beginning next. I'll let people come in, invite y'all friends.
We'll start off with story time and then.
Okay, Veronica, you strong. You strong. Wait, wrong comment.
Okay.
No, I've never said so. The person I'm saying that I was paid for, they were attracted to me.
Yeah, it was. I haven't had that.
That wasn't the thing. He purchases his self-worth and she buried hers in sexuality.
Oh, Danielle.
Okay, Danielle.
Okay. Dropping gems.
Yes, the story, but not yes that you've been Paige. Understood.
Are we ready for the benediction, everybody?
Yes, we're ready.
Why are y'all rushing?
Somebody screenshot. What is this moment right now? This is the thumbnail for tonight.
Why y'all rushing off?
Amazing.
After you done told us you rushed us off when we get to close 3 hours.
We here now.
It's the reverse psychology for me.
No, it's late. It's already 8:21 over here.
That's late for you?
I mean, yeah.
Yes, we are ready. I'm tired, but I don't want to leave. Oh.
Veronica.
We have our MAFS benediction over here.
And so don't forget, next week we're doing a second version of the contest. Mike won this week's contest. He brought someone to the live. Invite your friends to the live. And about 40 minutes in,
Mike said this is a Pentecostal service.
About 40 minutes in, we'll check to see how many people you brought. And you will win exclusive EOLC merch. Like I said, the EOLC conference will be ending at the end of June. So you got to get your merch while it's hot, because it's going to be something else later on. So
like the summer. Hot like the summer.
I do have a couple people that wanted to join some of our lives for June. If you want to join some of the lives, Asia, DS, I got your DM. But if you want to join, there's one more spot open for, actually Jamal just took it. We'll have a meeting and then we'll let y'all know what happens. But anyway, I love y'all so much. So happy to see you guys here again. I can never say enough how much it lights me up to see you guys' names in here every week. This is the joy of my week, honestly. Really enjoy it. So yeah, I will see you guys. We'll see you guys next week at 8:00 for the part 2 of the reunion.
May the Lord watch between me and thee while we are absent one from another. Sure.
With love, Ryan.
Love, Ryan.